Okay, a little too literal there, playing with scissors, but hey, everybody. It's Monday. I haven't gotten a haircut in like double the amount of time it would normally take. I've just given up on gelling my hair. That didn't even work, did it? Nope, it didn't. There we go. So we're going to start with cleaning the to-do list. We're going to probably just tackle issues today. Or well, no, merge PR first, then tackle issues. How's it going? Had a good weekend? Yeah, it's going well. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, straight into it as always. So it's been going well. I think that I've been feeling like there is way too much to do. So I was thinking I won't be streaming tomorrow because I want to take a day to just kind of get through some of this stuff and not have the stream. So we'll see how that goes. There might be more days like that if it ends up going quite well, but I'm not positive. And by the way, today I'm meeting up with Syntonic for lunch. That should be nice. But yeah, Tuesday probably won't stream, so let's just delete this stuff. Still 3 weeks left? You mean until the vacation? What are we talking about? I hate Prosamic, Karsten. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so let's go start with everything that was marked as done. I think it should just be mostly one section. Yeah, this one, the post-launch stuff. So yeah, I'll put all this stuff at the top. Don't remember who Syntonic is. Syntonic's a longtime real-life friend of mine. And that's about it. He's also a mod in this channel, but I don't think I've ever expected him to do any moderation. It's mostly like a... What's that called? When you have a role that's really just in title only. Anyway, that's what he is. Like Lepshus, no, Lepshus has done some moderation. Also, I've never met Lepshus in real life. And my wife was talking about taking a trip to Vancouver at one point, and I'm like, oh, if we do that, can I meet someone from the street? Talking about Kwando. But I actually don't know if I'll be going to Vancouver with her. Because these weekends have just been crazy. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. It's not like the weekends have been crazy. The weeks have been crazy, and so the weekends have been the recovery from the crazy weeks. Honorary, thank you, that's the word. Yeah, so anything else that I had here? I think I've been sticking mostly just to this one list. Yeah. Off to a great start, yeah. That's not so bad, but it could get much, much worse. Okay, so all these have been taken care of. How many lines? Oh, man. Oh my goodness. So many of these things. And then how many lines did we get down to by getting rid of that? So we were at 7,700, now we're at 7,400. So we got rid of about 250 lines. Yee. Alright, well let's finish cleaning up the rest of this. I've just been cramming things onto this list. So clean to do, we still need to finish this. So Rami said 0 attacks since I made my defense. So one of the things I gotta investigate, and I guess how about this? Let's copy everything from the top of this list and we'll file it into the rest of these things here. There. Hey Chris, and hey Tommy. So we'll start with this one. Post-launch. Yeah, tackle issues. We had a bunch of these things that we had to look at. Very mediocre. Extra mediocre. And very... So Rami, via the Rami RM Farland account, reported that he'd only been attacked actually, he said 0 times, but I don't know when he first made his defense, huh? I'm gonna have to talk to him about that. Reported that he had not been attacked since making his defense. This was yesterday. Hey, Jonah. And thank you. Yeah, I have a blog post on how I do some note taking, although that's with one note more so than this. And Forrest, welcome. Review bot. Thanks for subbing. Every time you say, hey Chris, I look at chat. It's like I'm new here. Yeah, I think the only time I've called CM Griffin Chris, other than in real life, is when he hosts or raids me. Then I think I call him Chris. Otherwise, I always try to stick to calling him CM Griffin. But hey, CM Griffin, there he is. So this was yesterday. That's not gonna help me. This was Sunday, October 6th. So the priority system had been in the game for a little while. So I proposed solution here would be, well, proposed solution number one could just be to change the priority time from 5 hours to something like 8 hours. And then maybe what we could do is give someone extra priority if they go through a couple of sweeps here. That could be interesting. Yeah, the harass told us in chat. We never actually finished the result of that. He did answer me. I just didn't cross this off. Hey, Kevy. Do you use any other to-do apps to share with the Deo or the VSC to do? Yeah, so it's just what you see here and then GitHub issues to assign tasks. I think the best idea, and maybe it's worth transitioning to this still, would have been tracking everything via just one application at this point. So there is a certain amount of work that needs to be done to cross things off of here that were done in GitHub, or to put things onto GitHub that were only here. And yeah, that is duplicated work right now. So yeah, this was great when it was just me working on the project, which was the first like 3 years. And then it became a little bit tougher to track. But I haven't looked into changing any of these yet, given that I feel like however much time I invest in that, an hour or two, is probably better spent just fixing bugs. But yeah, I think it's something I can work on. Okay, so we have this. I guess let's copy paste what Rami said. So 0 attacks since I made my defense, dropped to 25 on the attack list. We'll just delete the monk ass. And Jonah, welcome to you too. Wow, 2 new view bots already. And thank you both. Yeah, and I'm just managing my to-do list. I feel like this is very boring. Rami said this on Discord. For anyone new here, for anyone watching the VOD, I don't know who even watches the VODs, but we launched Botland 13 days ago. And now we are going to try to tackle a lot of these issues that have been coming up. This one is easy enough where I think we should probably just fix this now. I don't have a new branch though. Let's go make one really fast. Yeah, 2 weeks, right? And for some people, it's like, wait a second, it was that long ago? What's the game about? Check out the new command draw, which I need to update that too at some point. But it's an automated strategy game. If you go to bot.land, you'll find out a lot more. So, as you guys know from that video, I'm going to put this into chat. Probably all of you have seen this already who've been here, but there's that launch highlight video. It's about an hour long. And one of the people who said something in it was my own mom. And on Friday, I got an email from my mom saying something like, Adam, I'm worried about you. You look so tired on stream today. And a couple of people had been saying that. And so I thought, okay, maybe there's something I'm not seeing myself, because I felt fine that day. So I went and I took a nap and I woke up like 2.5 hours later. So yeah, maybe you guys can tell better than I can. I feel a lot better today, but that's why I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I think I need to just take a little bit of time off the stream, but still spend some time on the game. And then I've got to start saying this sooner rather than later. On October 25th is going to be the last stream of this month for a little bit of time, like 2.5 weeks, because we're going to be taking a vacation. Yeah, Kevy, I think that's pretty good. I think having a local to-do list like I have is still a good idea. It's just a problem when it becomes like a dumping ground for everything. So you can already see this thing is, 8,000 lines long. At that point, yeah, there are probably issues other people could take care of, but they'll never find it through this list. And Omel, I think this is working pretty much fine, actually. There are lots of different headers in here. And again, this is sort of like someone's code that they've touched every single day for 3 years. They know where everything is in it. So it's not so bad. It's just that other people don't know where things are in this. Hey, Dries. The same yesterday when that was 12 hours. Was it just you sleeping and you're making a joke, or did you really not intend to sleep for 12 hours? So this one was in-game documentation. I want to do this right now. We are on master, and the last post-launch thing we did was 3. So get poll, get checkout dash b ab post-launch 4. And then I'll just go fix this right now. So in-game documentation, modify TOML files and templates. So documentation, templates, functions, and it's will melee hit refers to lasers somehow. Where is it? Yeah, would cause melee to hit. Yeah, there we go. What name? Can I share my general reactions to launching compared to your expectations? I think you said you didn't want to share any numbers. Oh, the name of the branch, yeah. N.A. Harley. Yeah, so I wanted to do a post-mortem on launching at some point. I don't know when I'll get to that, but maybe I should write down about it again. Consider doing it. Maybe I should do it today. Now that we're coming up on the 2-week anniversary. Yeah, so I guess very high level stuff. Let's talk about what I expected and what happened. So one is I kind of expected that nothing would happen. As in, it would just be the same people who are watching the stream. There'd be like a tiny bump to traffic due to like the Reddit post, or maybe if Kitboga had played the game. But that it would pretty much just be business as usual. What happened instead is that we got enough people playing where pretty much I feel like every issue that could have been uncovered was uncovered. Now, of course, I'm not saying that to jinx myself or anything. Yes, there will be more issues, but in general, we had enough eyes on every part of the game to weed out all of those things, and now it's just a matter of fixing them. So I think from that perspective, launch went as well as it possibly could have. Because that's the point of a launch, usually, is to get people playing your game. Packages, client. We're jinxed now. It's over. Okay, so this should have just been automatically fixed. Let's see if it did. This was an easy fix, but it's worth not even having it on my to-do list if I can get done with it that fast. Alright, so we just click this button, we go to will melee hit, and it shouldn't say lasers anymore. Yeah, perfect, okay. So fix incorrect documentation reference. I'd written lasers where I meant melee. Oh yeah, one other thing we should probably do. Where is the exact line that I changed? So let's search for would cause dot star to hit. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't make the problem anywhere else. And it looks like I did not. So we're going to check this in. It's incredibly slow. You had your bots timeout. Yeah, some of that is going to be a little tough to fix. And one of the problems, I think, is coming from this. And I haven't been able to look into this yet. But what I think is happening is that, so this is a base 64 image right here. And this takes a very long time to emit into the DOM compared to everything else. And so when you emit like 16 of these, because you've got all these bots here, and then this, and then this, and then whatever else, it is very slow. And I think the issue is that when you first enter the arena, of course that has to be done, because they need to be in there somewhere. But I think once you start a match, I think they're getting re-emitted. And I think that's what's holding everything up. But I haven't been able to look into that yet, and it's something I wanted to decide ahead to. So the issue is that I start every day with high energy and everything, and I'm like, I gotta do this and this and this, and then it never ends up happening. So this one's done. Okay, add an example for loop to the documentation. This is another one of those things we could kind of just do right now. I don't know where to do this though. So if you search for 4, it doesn't show up anywhere, right? Yeah, where would we put this? Arrays, maybe? Full descriptions coming later. Okay, yeah, I guess we just never did this. 85 filter. So we'll say update in-game documentation regarding arrays. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Sam. I will have to take a look at that later. Yeah, I haven't been caught up on pretty much anything. There have been a lot of people sending bug reports, sending emails, sending Discord PMs, and I've just been adding it to this list basically and not actually doing anything. So that's been a problem. So debug log in test mode can slow down execution. Yeah, this isn't really a big issue, I think. I'll add this to this to-do list here. Okay. Maybe detect common patterns in emails that are wrong, like gaml.com. Yeah, so I see all of the emails that are typed that are incorrect. And so people will type things like this. Botland isn't a common thing to type, so I don't think I'd be able to detect, oh, this is supposed to be bot. But when you type something like gaml.com, chances are you mean gmail.com. Gaml.com is probably actually maybe even owned by Google and redirects to Gmail. But I wonder if there's a way to do that. Oh, thanks. I'm glad. Yeah, you're welcome. So is there any library that would detect like fuzzy matching emails? Fuzzy email. Pattern extractor. Oh, it is its own site. Okay. Then I guess we technically can't. We can't detect that that's wrong. Because there are other issues, like people will say something like adam@gmail and not even put the .com at the end. And then that's an error too. I don't know what to do here. You know what I could do? I could detect if there's. Oh, maybe this isn't worth it. Needs better regex. Yeah, I guess we should do that MX record stuff that I should have done originally, which is that you keep track of domains with proper MX records and only try sending emails to those. So there's only one thing that this really. Oh, hey, mail check. Reduce misspelled email addresses in your web apps. How does this work? JavaScript library and jQuery plugin that suggests a right domain when your users misspell it in an email address. Yeah, this is cool. You said a modern version of this. Is this not kept up to date? Yeah, you're right. It's not. I wonder how they do this though. Oops, not that one. Wait, this one. Yeah. I want to see what's their index. Source mail check. Okay. Looking for the idea, yeah. Yeah, I want to see how they figure out. Here we go. Default domains. So then what do they do? Like a distance to these? Yeah, closest domain. Okay. So it looks like this would be fine, and we just need to update this for the most common ones that I see mistyped, which I could just maintain myself. Is this MIT license? Yeah, it is. Okay. That's a good idea. So I'll write this down then. I don't think this is a very important issue right now, but I'll say emails are being mistyped a lot, e.g. user@gaml.com. We should use something like, hey Joel, mail check to fix this. Then I can just manually update the most commonly mistyped email addresses. What I say is the percentage, it's pretty low. That's why I don't think this is super important. The other thing is that it doesn't really affect anything because when you sign up with the wrong email address, you can always still change your email address. And after enough times of you trying to get the verification email and not getting it, you might realize, wait a second, my email address is wrong. Now, with that said, there are a certain amount of people who never realize that, and then they forget their password, and because they never verified, they can't reset their password, and they just lose their accounts. Okay. Hey, Dark Matter. Hey, so very sorry. So yeah, this is just something to consider, I guess. So mail check. Where did I put this here? Okay. Let's close out of this. Mail check is that. Just display the user's email under the check button. That's already done. I don't have it automatically showing because I don't want streamers to have their email leak. But if you sign up for an account and it... Actually, we could just do it this way. Yeah. Let's do this. We'll just say update users set account status equal 1 where ID equals 2. And then we'll log in as Adam2 and you'll see how this looks. Yeah, so this is verify account. You click the button and it's got the click to show email address here. And this is fake, but this would show a real email address if you had a real email address here. Couldn't confirm or change the email, had to email support to change it for you. Yeah, and actually support shouldn't really be able to do anything about that, right? They'd have to authenticate you somehow, and that would be very tough. Because imagine if I had adam@gmail.com and I had typed adma@gmail.com. I can't prove that I own this because I made a typo here, right? But what if I knew that this person signed up for an account and I said, no, that's my account? So they have to have some other way of authenticating you. Otherwise, you could technically just make any... I could know that, you know, user 12345 signed up, and I can go make the account user 12354 and then own their account. So yeah, hey Remy, hey Donald. They claim to have been online long before Gmail. They probably get spammed with a ton of email that's not supposed to make it to them. With that said, I don't think they give out email addresses, and if anyone from their site tries signing up and it's like, did you mean this? I guess you just need to allow them to move past that. So let's close out of this thing. So this is done. This, you should ideally not be seeing this message. Had the game open and just in the background for a long time. This popped up when I reopened my phone. I don't think I did anything except check my logs. Yeah, this sounds like something we should take a look at. Gnail. I did not copy the part where it was Goon Pontoon who did this. Okay. Definitely faster than Gnail. Right there. So anyway, I don't know if I reported it or not, but on Android version of Firefox, drag and drop of weapons doesn't work, and as such, you can't build bots on driving to work. Yeah, so do I have Firefox on my phone? I want to check this out. Yes, I do. Okay, now let's go to Botland. It's a loading. I don't know if it's going to finish loading. Oh, there it goes. All right, so what do I have to do here? Drag and drop of weapons doesn't work. Yeah, let's go try that out. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to this section of the page. But Hideo made a PR that fixes drag and drop on iOS. And it's possible that this does something on Android as well. So if this doesn't work over here, maybe I'll try out with this PR and see if it's fixed. So let's take a look. Yeah, this is super broken. Oh man. Okay, so drag and drop of some stuff works, but just not this. There's like no item that shows up. Right, yeah, I only skimmed through it, Hideo. I'll have to take a look at this too though, but yeah, this looks like it's broken. So we'll put this here. Actually, no, let's put this up here. Yes, it's broken without Hideo's new PR on Firefox on Android. So maybe it'll get fixed, and maybe not. But I should take a look at that. So feature idea, keep track of which platform someone signed up through. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. I'll write this down too. This was Leaf's suggestion. It's for rather small sites, not one of the bigger ones. Username I used. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder. I mean, let's say you're happy with that service and then you find out, oh, hey, they just gave me an account without authenticating. Always kind of makes you wonder, I wonder what else they're doing wrong. Had any problems with long press in iOS Safari? You mean for Botland? Because the only thing long press is used for, I think, well, actually, there might be two things. One might be the right-click menu of this. Oh, in general. Okay, never mind. And the other one I was going to say is moving bots around. How do I handle something breaking on a very specific platform? Ideally, find someone with that platform who can help out. And then ask them to help out. So clicking the back button on your mouse brings you back to the main menu while you're in the tutorial. Pressing the back button, yeah. Yeah, okay, maybe that's easy to fix. We'll write this down too. No, whoops, wait, I want to copy this whole thing, not just that. I forgot who reported this though. I think it was through a bug report. I think this was filed through the online bug reports. Elevate priority of OAuth. Yeah, so I think when we're done with all of the stabilization, I think we need to get to OAuth stuff. Here's what we're gonna do. Leaf wanted me to prioritize this and is willing to help get it into the game. Yeah, there are lots of different things that I think this would be good for. Drag and drop for Firefox isn't supported? What? Yeah, what? Wow. Well, thanks for linking that in. Hey, Zid and Jesse and iExplore. Apparently, it's just not supported on Firefox for Android. I should have said for Android over here. Okay, yeah, not sure about that. We're not using these methods? Okay, yeah. I think it was working at some point, but okay, either way, I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Oh, it refers to dragging a file from a, okay. I see. Thank you guys. Alright, so Rither ran into a bug. Whoops. Rither ran into a bug from test mode with changing scripts and attacking their defense a lot, where they would have lost their workbench. This is. There's a lot to investigate here. Hey, Mighty Core. Actually losing one's workbench. Alright, from Hideo, some people are still using that public repo for issues. I transferred the issue to the other one, but I guess we should really consider disabling these. Yeah. Can I disable this? Or would I also disable the... I forgot about how this works. Let me go to settings and see if I can just turn off issues. How do you do this? Features, there, yeah, you can turn off issues. Okay, if I turn off issues, what happens though? Do I lose all these? Oh, what's new? I guess it's only this one. Log on screen responsiveness. I think logo, text, and a negative space could shrink a little to support any reasonable screen size. Buttons are kind of off screen. Screenshot comes from a Chrome emulator. This could be because of the URL bar. I don't know. Also, live on Twitch thing, I gotta get rid of that. Any issues that are previously added will be available. Okay. Yeah, I think we should just turn these off for right now. I'll write this down over here somewhere. So before disabling issues in the old public repo, there were 80 open issues. The disabling happened on Monday the 7th. Link is here. And I'll copy paste this. Okay, so now let me go turn off issues completely so that people don't think to file them here. Any issues you do want to file should be filed through the game. A lot of people have asked, well, can I see all the existing issues so that I know whether my thing has already been filed? And the answer is no, because there might be some personal information there. Now, could we like sanitize it and then potentially show people? Yeah, okay, so it's good now. Hey, Devil Dog. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure no one with that bit badge even exists other than you, so I gotta do a name change command. Devil Dog .game. Okay, I might need to give this new one 1 point for this to work. There we go. And hey, Tetra. And Professor. Alright, so this is done. We turn off PRs. I don't think it really matters. Hey, Kappa. Do taunt before vacation? Yeah. Oh man, I'd love to do this. I don't know what it's going to take to do this. But yeah, I'd love to do it. Maybe we'll write this here. I'll prioritize it like this. Would be great to have this in before October 25th. Yeah. Hey, Granny. No, it doesn't work that way. Hey, Steven. What am I working on today? I've got the today command. It's pretty much just, so far, it's just cleaning up the to-do list. Once I get done with that, I'll edit the today command again. So, okay, we have this written down. User defined init function is run on the client when a bot is deployed. Yeah, let's put that down here. This is, I would consider it a bug. Steam got back to us. We need to do some Steam work here. Part of me feels like I'm doing all this stuff and I'm not really, no one's seeing it. Alright, if in the middle of the tutorial you attack someone else via a link, so this is very similar to the push to talk thing. Similar to this issue. Okay, what's this one? Not sure if I need to do anything here. This person had a pre-launch account with only a single blueprint. Oh man, this issue was ridiculous. Okay, so here's what happened. This is actually kind of hard to even summarize it. Someone signed up for an account months ago. And then I wrote that whole soft wipe feature that would destroy progress but retain any blueprints and scripts. And so part of that destruction was tutorials. So you had to do the tutorial again. So they found themselves in this tutorial. And the way this tutorial works, this one specifically, is that you get all of the blueprints that you had already. This person had a single blueprint, and that single blueprint did nothing. And so they put this blueprint down and it just didn't work because they didn't remember that they had an account before. And they didn't think to make a new bot, actually. So there was a workaround for this. I think you're allowed to delete blueprints. Yeah, so they could have gotten a new blueprint and they could have just made something new here. But the way the game is kind of supposed to have you run through it is such that you're given 3 bots and those 3 bots will work. So I don't think this is an issue. I think most people would probably figure out that you're supposed to make a new blueprint. But I think it's pretty confusing for that very small subset of people who run into this situation. Hey, DJ Bass. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to do anything here, but I think I will write down maybe some of the... So it's investigated to have a bot with an empty script, so on the tutorial we're given some freedom, they're stuck because their bot does nothing. So I'll say update, I don't think they were stuck, they just would have needed to realize that their blueprint wasn't working and that they should make a new one. However, I think they forgot that they had ever played Botland before. So they were treating this as though it was anyone's first experience in the game, rather than something that would be specific to them. So creating a new blueprint in this situation is what a user is supposed to do. Very few people should be affected by this problem to the point where it's not worth writing special code. There was one thing that I had written down, right? Oh, Rest, welcome back. Thanks for resubbing. What was my proposed solution to this? It was something like, what if you couldn't make your own blueprints? And what I wanted you to be able to keep them. Yeah, I gotta modify this command to have something special on it. Let's do that really fast. And there. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to copy this here. I'm going to close this issue. Great use of my time, I agree. Hey, Captain the Doors. So software, got that written down here. Not going to do anything with that. Close the issue. So consider allowing players to skip the intro tutorial after doing 2 of them. This may help players who feel like they want to explore on their own, in which case let them. Yeah, so here's what I was opposed to. I was opposed to, there are 4 starting tutorials, these 4. And right now in the game, there's no easy way for you to skip through any of them, even though you could technically skip through any of them. So what I was thinking is, what if after the first 2, I let people skip, and then I tried to see, are people still playing the game if they skip? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this, actually. I think I'm just going to delete this. A slightly different sound. If only there was some system that would do that. So play a small sound on redeeming rewards from your battle log. Maybe compose a quick, heavily filtered jingle. I'd still like to do this too, but this is the kind of thing to do off stream. Maybe I'll develop some lists of tasks for tomorrow. Today, I think I am going to do that post-mortem. In fact, you know, maybe we should do a little bit of planning for that on stream. Because I have to leave as soon as Syntonic comes over today. I don't want to keep him waiting. Although I told him to knock very loudly on the door or just shout up that, hey, I'm here. We don't have a better system than that. So consider drafting the post-mortem on stream so that people can say what they want to hear. Yeah, I think this is the best way of doing things. I'll come up with just an outline with you guys for maybe like 5 minutes or something. That way I know what content you'd want to read about, so that when I do the full thing, I can write in more depth about that. Hey, Dejan. Hey, Sarah. Can you disclose rough number of daily active users? I guess that I wanted to let things stabilize a little bit. Maybe I should share something. Let me see. All right, how about this? I'll share with you guys the last day's stats. Yeah. So I haven't shown you guys this stuff before. So remember, the launch was, what, 13 days ago, September 24th. And here are stats from the last 24 hours. So we had 300 full accounts created, about 500 guests, and then not included in here are 23 more guests who decided to convert to full accounts. And then there were an extra 200 users who logged in from the day before, or from a longer time ago. So these numbers are good. What would need to happen, a couple things would need to happen. One, this guest conversion rate is still abysmal. 23 out of, what is it, 515 is pretty bad. What is that number? 5%-ish. Yeah, so about 5% of guests convert. Maybe that's good, actually. I don't know. I just think that that's bad. And then the other thing that would need to happen, so I feel like guest conversion and just general like player conversion, and then people spending money eventually, of course. So these are play stats, right? As far as the pay stats go, I think that Botland is making about $5 per day as of the last week, something like that. So it's pretty bad. And the server costs are pretty high now because I've got everything in production that I was going to have, all the different services, all the power that I need behind all the machines. So yeah, those things need to be worked on for sure. I did merge the commands. I did merge the commands. They both point to the same one now, and I wrote in here that yeah, on October 2nd I updated this. Unless launch stats is not pointing there. No, it is. Yeah. So there was the, where is this? What languages do I put on? Check out the new command glue. Let me see. I didn't write this down. Oh no. Where's the video where I had typed the most on that thing was here. This one. I'll copy a link to this. There. So that is the one where that was at my peak speed at typing on a piano. That was the video. Hey Chevy. So let's try this. Error when you make a new bot with the old script from so let's just copy this right over. How am I gonna do this? Let's do it this way. Yeah, that's the whole bug. This repro for me on my own machine. Not even sure what caused that. Assign tasks to Hideo. Check post-stream notes. Investigate code timeouts. Oh yeah. Okay, well I did investigate that. You can see how this full release product is playing on. I recently published my first full game app. Oh nice, yeah. Yeah, I would say it is a nightmare. And then user retention. It's like you can spend all your money on marketing, but if you're not good at retaining users, then you're going to need to spend proportionally more money. I hate Takudo. If you see that Botland's not profitable and you quit it, will you keep paying for the service to keep the game alive? I probably would for some time, but I don't know how long I would do that. Like, I think most people in their lives should have shifting goals where, you accomplish goal 1 and that kind of changes goal 2 a little bit. So goal number 1 for me was make a successful game. And success for me just meant that people liked it and were playing it. And also, I guess that the number of people was like greater than 10. So in my mind, that's it. I'm done. I accomplished that goal. That's awesome. I'm really happy for that. And we celebrated. And now we're on goal number 2, which is make the game profitable. So where profitable would mean that it's enough money to sustain myself and its own development. And then goal number 3 would be make the game very profitable. So we're on goal number 2 right now. And there are a lot of ideas that I have around this, but I still think stabilization is the best route to getting there. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very thin funnel. It's like pouring oil into a bottle, but then the oil gets all over the counter and on your hands. And you're stuck washing your hands afterward instead of fixing the bottle or the oil. I don't want to do ads though, Travic. Anyway, assign tasks to Hideo. I think we should do this on stream even. I think just anything that's going to help me. I think we should probably maybe tackle less coding today. So at the very least, the investigation into the base 64 issue. Do you know how profitable are other games of this type? No, I don't. And I don't think it would really change my plans too much, to be honest. In general, I think indie games are, on the whole, you're probably lucky to make like $20. this is just my guess, but like if you make $20 as an indie game developer, you've probably made more than 90% of other indie game developers. And then if you make $100, you've probably made more than 95% of people out there. So it's kind of a low bar for indie games because I think so many of them are either incomplete or they didn't have the right marketing behind them or I don't know. And then of course you see these runaway hits like Terraria and Hollow Knight and I don't know. There's a bunch of games, and they do very well. Did I rate NP? Oh yeah, that's where I've seen you from, Glue. Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, and the only piano stuff I've done, if you check out the Not Really Botland playlist, there are a couple of piano streams there. I'm quite an amateur when it comes to piano, but I had fun playing, and it's just that there's so much setup involved in those streams that I don't do them a little more frequently. What are the most lucrative indie games? I think that Minecraft is the most lucrative one. I think without question, right? Because that sold for $2.5 billion. That's my guess, at least, because I don't think there's anything else that was anywhere near that amount. And then, yeah, like I said, all these other games. I think Terraria has to be up there. That game has got to have made a ton of money. And what else? Stardew Valley. Actually, I think Cube World is going to be doing really well. And then there are all the big ones that you probably heard of. I think Meat Boy is on there. Binding of Isaac. There's a bunch of them. Who is Minecraft sold to? Microsoft. Yeah, Hollow Knight is probably out there too. Yeah, there are lots of these, I think. How can I help? Really looking to give help for startups? Reddit startups? Yeah, my question was actually going to be the exact same thing as, are you a bot? All right, I'm gonna ban you anyway. What else? Yeah, Undertale. Yeah, that's a huge one too. Yeah. So we're gonna assign tasks on here. This I'm not gonna worry about. EULA is bugged on my browser. Same privacy policy. Latest debian on Firefox. I'll screenshot it. And then we had a screenshot here. Let's see. Oh wow, this is very different from what I expected. Has anyone ever seen this in the game? So this is supposed to be text, and it looks like it's some Unicode encoding problem. Yeah, it looks like a missing font. I don't know if I need to do anything about this. I can read that. Isn't it a PDF? The PDF exists online. I don't know if we have... I think it shows as a PDF in there too. Anyway, I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about this, but let's write this down. We'll say like Unicode, we'll just say encoding issue for the EULA on Firefox on Debian. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I need to even do about this. Hey, Perps. Hey, Firmino and Nud. Welcome, everybody. So for Mitch, I know you're offline, but possible feature suggestion would be space on browser, pause and play for replays. Yeah, this is something I would assign to Hideo too. So Quake is your most prominent feedback, focus on stability, consider marketing directly inside of Botland, add purchasing links. Yeah, this needs to be done if I'm ever going to make more money. Yeah, this needs to be done. I just don't know how to do it. There are some ideas that I have, but we'll get to that later. So I had a thought about marketing, browsed through my inbox and opened JavaScript Weekly and thought, hey, could this be a good place to let people know about Botland? Have you tried reaching out to Cooper Press? So I have not done this. I don't even remember who said this actually. 2-month tier 3 resub, mistake, possibly, bad, not at all. Thank you, Moist. You've given a ton of monetary support to this stream, and the tier 3 resub is certainly proof of that. Thank you very much for all of it. And welcome back. 1/6 of a year. and then play a little bit of Botland every day. Okay, so what we're going to start with is this. Actually, I am going to make a document really fast. I'll start, actually, let's do that. So Monday, Adam is going to tackle some administrative tasks for most of the day, with probably some light coding interspersed throughout. He wants to make a post-mortem about the Botland launch. Merge PRs, assign tasks to Hideo, and generally come up with a plan for the rest of the week. There will be no stream on Tuesday. Yeah, been feeling pretty overwhelmed. So let's go to Google Drive, and I want to make a new doc, and I want to just kind of spend maybe 10 minutes on this, but I'd really like your guys' input on this. So what we're going to do, first I got to find a folder to put this in, so give me a sec. This will take a little bit of time, maybe like another 20 seconds. All right, so we'll say post-mortem planning, and then share this with you guys. So let's add a command here, post-mortem. This command was made on 10/7/19 when Adam was just planning for the post-mortem. If he's already made it, then tell him to update this command. Okay. So put this over here. Did I mean to keep the administrative taskbar? Yeah, I did. What's my stance on banner ads? I think my stance on all ads, is that they cheapen any app or game experience. And I don't like that. Now, my stance on all ads is also that they make a ton of money. So it's a trade-off of how much do you want to have the game experience be lessened in order to make money from those players. Now, the way that most free-to-play games work, as you guys know, is that you have somewhere between like 0 and 5% of your player base spending money, which means that the vast majority of your player base is actually costing money, really, because you have server costs, you have support costs, you have development costs for features that they might want, although that's arguably going to help everybody anyway. So a lot of what ads do is they figure out, well, how can we monetize those people who didn't spend money? And in my mind, that's a last-ditch approach that we can take, but I'd rather not do that first. I need this in my life. I will take a look at that later, as I said. Postmortem isn't dead. So postmortem as in it has launched, and I just want to talk about launch, not as in Botland's moving on or anything. So I've got the link here. You guys should be able to see this. So did I add this command already? Yes. So yeah, you guys should be able to load up this document. I'll paste it in the chat. I already know you can because I see an icon here. There's a pumpkin that joined us and now an anonymous goose. So we'll close out of this and this. So I'll just write goal. I just want to plan briefly how the post-mortem that I'll hopefully write or record later today. So what do you guys want to hear about around making Botland, launching the game, post-launch plans, etc. And I'll just write that stuff down here. So this is where I want to do this. Now, someone asked earlier, general thoughts. So there was this. General reactions to launching compared to expectations. So we'll say, what were your general reactions to launching compared to your expectations? How do you drop a production database? I'm not going to keep that there. What do you do when you're demotivated? So I don't know if you're talking about for this document. I wouldn't consider this to be part of this, but maybe I could be. But anyway, for when I'm demotivated, I take a break. I think that's the best thing. Personal challenges, stress, time, etc. Yeah. Anything you can't find in the FAQ has a command for it, most likely. So there's the specs command. But yeah, anything else you guys want to hear about that you'd want me to talk about here? So I'll just say suggestions from chat and then Adam's own thoughts. Want to talk about The constant feeling of being overwhelmed. So this was post-launch especially. And I would say this stemmed from the flood of issues and suggestions, and knowing that they're preventing me from tackling real issues. Not real issues, I shouldn't say it that way. Like new features, content, etc. Alright, friend, yeah, check out the FAQ. Quick learnings of what to improve for future launch days or other people launching. That's good suggestion. Yeah, so maybe I should talk about the things that went wrong. So choosing to launch on stream was a bad idea. And then I want to link to that blog post that we have. Like to know the numbers for, okay, that's good too. Yeah, I'll write that down. This one, we're gonna put a link to this. The database rollback, it didn't cause a security issue, but I guess it highlighted a security issue. Okay. Anything else you guys would want to hear about? What are your general reactions to launching compared to your expectations? Any personal challenges? Quick learnings of what to improve for future launch days or numbers? You also mentioned that you should just use a Boolean that you'd flip, and then yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I will paste in what you said, but that's what I'm referring to. Yeah, because I decided to launch on that day, and I guess I should comment that reasons why this was bad. I couldn't time things correctly. I had front page coverage on Twitch, but no real way to capitalize on it with respect to the game. And what else? Oh yeah, stress. And potential for well, I should just say, let's say potential for fallout, which actually happened. See the blog post. Does it have translations? No, it doesn't. Yeah. How the game plans change over 4 years? Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, I think I should also talk about the impact of streaming. Impacted Botland's development and marketing. Yeah, it's a good thing to write here too. Thank you guys. You just beat the final boss. Good job. Any other suggestions you guys would want to hear about? Again, all we're doing right now is I want to write how the last 4 years have gone. And I want to talk about how launch went specifically and how we're going to go forward. And I wanted to know, is there anything in particular you guys would want to hear about in a blog post or video? And then the other thing I want to do, and I'll take a straw poll for this, is what would I have done differently? Have I thought about email retention? I don't think I can send any emails to anybody who plays Botland because I never got their consent. So I've thought about it and I have quickly rejected that idea. Now, the only way I could do that is if I got their consent, and I don't know who would opt into this. So I'll give you another stat. Since probably the last, I think, 4 months maybe, that I think in general, no one has opted into mobile notifications. If you're on mobile and you click settings, you'll have another tab up here and you can opt in there. So since no one's opted into those, I don't think anyone would opt into emails. Plus, I don't have anything to offer for opting into emails. I feel like it would just be to try to market at people again, and I don't think they'd want that. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, there are like thousands of Botland accounts where those people will probably never come back, and there's no way to reach out to them. Okay, so wait, let me see. Anything go wrong, thing in the past, launch day challenges. All right, I'll write that down. What would I have done differently? I got that written down. Do you feel all your effort and time was worth it so far? It's a good thing to add here. Has actual lunch modified any previous thoughts or considerations of your or Botland's future? I'll put that down too, yeah. Okay, and then the straw poll that I wanted to do, I want to ask you guys about create straw poll. So we're going to say, how would you want to consume a postmortem? A blog post, text, a video, or both? Is there any other way I would want to do this? Yeah, I think it's just that. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Yeah, Aldrich. Was streaming beneficial, or do you think it was better to not do the stream? I'll put that here. Thank you. I feel like email marketing is huge, definitely worth asking, even if it's opt-in, newsletter, content, recent changes, top replays. Yeah. I don't know. I guess that's something to consider. I should just add it. Yeah. Consider, actually, you know what? Let's do this wherever I had the payment stuff. Where's that? Security policy. No, I don't see it. I know I have it here somewhere. Purchase. Yeah, so also consider asking for email opt-in directly in the game. I'll put that here. Where is it? Yeah. Did you really mean lunch? Because if so, I can just delete this. Okay, so how the years impacted my physical health? I don't know if there's anything to talk about there, but I'll put this here too. How is outsourcing work that you couldn't handle? All right, I'll put that there. What is this about? This is about everything that led to launching and then having launched. Hey, Green. Feeling after launch was done, but I guess you touch on it in some other points. I'll put this here too. I just want to make sure I cover all these topics. Okay, so what did you guys say for this? A blog post as text. So I think as far as ease of producing this goes, that a blog post is maybe the easiest. But this, unfortunately, is not a very helpful straw poll because it's exactly even. Well, now it's not, but it was 12 and 12. And then the people who said both kind of put that at like 18 and 18 or something. Yeah, wow, a tie. Well, I wonder if I should produce both of them. What if I did a video reading of me just reading through the blog post? No, I think if I were to do a video, it'd have to be something where I'm like, hey, here's a 10-minute summary or 20-minute summary of what I think about everything where I launched. I have to write it up again. Maybe I could do a video based on the blog post from what people like and expect. Okay, so we'll say the straw poll about the medium, text versus video. I think a blog post is also good. Yeah. Well, okay, thank you guys for voting. Thank you for the suggestions as well. Well, we're not talking about like which one literally got the most votes. Because if it's, let's say, 101 votes to 100, that doesn't really mean that I should do the one with 101 votes. So it was mostly like, do people strongly prefer one or the other? And if they don't, then that's fine. Then we'll just either consider doing both of them, or I will pick which one I think is the best kind of payoff for me. Where do I store code snippets for reference? What do you mean, Rex? All right, so I did that. This is done. And if I do the postmortem, I try to do it today. Video transcoded the text for block. I don't think I want to do anything that's automatic for that. I think I'd want to produce a video with my thoughts, and I'd want to have as few cuts as possible. That it would just be me talking about how things were and what my experience was. And I think the fewer takes, the better, because then I could be a little more real, but then it might also take a little bit longer to talk about. Oh, you didn't mean it? Okay. Then I'll put that back on the list. All right. Yeah, good, cool. So thank you guys. So we'll put this up here now. Now I wanted to assign some of these tasks. So this was done, merge the PR, let's go do that. That is here. And what branch are we on? Get, this one. Get branch. Yeah, so we'll do git fetch Hideo. We should get one branch from here. htbug iOS drag madness. So this pull request address is 525 and the related issues included. Not sure if there are more, haven't checked that yet. Gonna say again what I said in 504 about this being a nightmare to debug. Although it looks like it takes more and more time each time, considering I started this one on Friday. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Dan. I think that's a good suggestion. I closed that. Oh, here it is. I didn't close that. Yeah. Yeah, normally when I do, like this blog post, for example, I was trying to type as fast as possible. And this is the last blog post I did. This one probably took maybe 45 minutes. So if I'm going to put a lot of time into a blog post, it usually takes like 2 or 3 hours. And the post-mortem I'd want to handle very thoroughly. So yeah, it might take kind of the rest of this day. And I think that's okay. I think it's a good thing to focus on. I don't know, it can also be kind of considered marketing. Maybe I should consider that slant. Consider marketing slant with all of this. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, merge PR. Let's go take a look at that again. Alright, issue we found and fixed in 338 and refined in 504 can in some rare occasions not happen. Well, when this is the case, we still need on iOS to apply the calculation fixes introduced in 504. And the assumption emitted in 338 that the second pointer reported is always related to an SVG icon is wrong. In even rarer cases, the element can be a button from the previous page. In this case, we can't rely on the type of the node as a pointer. Oh boy. Here's a video demo. Oh man. I wonder how that all could have happened. Well, we'll get to editing the blueprint and then we'll get to dragging artillery. Yeah, this seems fine. Oh, rough. Yeah. Alright, so the way I change the code leads to this code path now being hit on Android. Technically it should be fine. Test it on my Android device, test on your Android device. In case it leads to an issue, we can simply change the following line. Yeah, okay, so I gotta try this out. Personal suggestions to other streamers who may be launching the game for the first time. It's a good one. Yeah. Okay. And I actually did get some like, what is a postmortem? And is Botland dead? So I should probably answer those things first, and then we'll put this one here too. Yeah, because I don't want people getting mixed up there. Botland's not dead. We're still gonna work on it. So I'm gonna try this first over here. We're gonna make sure this works. Thoughts on approaching a publisher or partner? So for that, I don't really have much I think I can even put into the blog post for that, because I did not approach a publisher or a partner. So I can put this here anyway, but I don't think I'll be able to really comment on that too much. Something about the community maybe? I'm new, but thinking about the rest. I'm new to the community. This, in my mind, has to do with the streaming aspect of it, although maybe I can talk about how things shifted from people joining Botland to this, through the stream, to people joining the stream through Botland. Yeah. Hey, yo. What would I do in the future? Or would I in the future? Oh, approaching a publisher? I don't think so, but I think what I could write here is maybe talk about my nuclear plans, e.g., Kickstarter, ads, being acquired. Yeah, hey Amber. Yeah, the nuclear plans. It's just kind of a publisher. So I never considered any of the store platforms to really be publishers, like how I think you would normally call them in video games. I just think of them as store platforms. So in my mind, Android, Google Play, the App Store, and Steam. I guess you could call them publishers in some sense, but I wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, I would think of them as someone who actually needs to talk to you at some point. Like, hey, here's what I think is a good strategy, or here's what I don't know, whatever, something like that. Yeah. And some future plans, obviously, toward the end of the blog post, maybe already mentioned. Yeah, I think that was. Let me take a look. Reactions, quick learning, numbers, how continue to stream, and if not, yeah. So maybe I could put this here. Okay. So does this work on desktop? Then we need to try. Does it work on Android in the configuration I would normally do? Yes, it seems like it's working here. Yeah. I wonder if that part about getting a button element has to do with. I'd have to figure that out. Good tricks. Okay, so it's working on the computer. Now I gotta go try it on mobile. I'm gonna try it in Firefox first. It didn't work on Firefox to begin with, so probably still won't work. But that won't stop me from trying it. You think it's a leak? Okay, yeah, and I gotta look through the code actually too. I wonder about the button that was getting dragged. Yeah. All right, so gonna do this just on my phone. I can't really show you guys this that easily, so it's better for me to just narrate what I'm doing and then just be done with it. So I'm just going to go into the blueprint editor and do that same thing I was doing on my computer, which is to just drag hardware around. I couldn't even get this to work on Firefox before, and that was a bug that somebody had reported. Okay, actually now it's kind of working, but hang on, let me see if I can show you guys this. You can see where my finger is, and as I drag around, you see there's a big disconnect between where I'm dragging and where that thing is showing up. That's not too bad, because it's just this thing. This is when you're removing hardware, but you can see it's nowhere near my finger. No, wait. So Hideo, what I'm saying is, originally dragging on Firefox didn't even work, and now it's working. And the part where it's wrong is in this dragging. But before you couldn't even drag from the inventory. So to have this be a little bit off of your finger is like, I don't even care. That's fine. Now people start reporting that or something. Yeah, it's Firefox on Android right now. So the next thing I'm going to try is Chrome on Android. Oh wait, let me try something else here. Yeah, I think I know what's going on. I think what Ryan was saying is potentially... Wait. Yeah, anyway, it's probably being offset twice. Okay, now let me go try Chrome. Sorry, this takes a little bit of time. It's loading now, although I don't know which version it's loading. Yeah, this is the development version. Good. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to write down that issue that I just mentioned though. So on Chrome, it's working just fine there. And let's see here too. Yep. Yeah, looks pretty smooth on Chrome. Okay, not bad. All right, well, great job, Hideo. That could not have been fun to work on. Let's go look through the changed code. You can now comment on multiple lines. Just click and drag. Wait, what? I can only comment down to there? I'm not actually gonna write this. Okay, so this is all in make draggable, and it's just comment changes except for this part. So we're gonna just go look at make draggable. Where is that giant comment? 273. Okay, so for some obscure reasons and in very uncommon layouts, iOS may return multiple pointers instead of one for the current event. When this happens, the default behavior of Interact.js is to get an average pointer. As we're not expecting this behavior in botland, this leads to strange offsets. Right now, this only happens in the edit blueprint page while dragging hardware. The second touch pointer can be related to a random SVG icon or a random button from the previous page. What version of Interact.js are we using? Yeah, Moist, that is kind of the story of how things go. I have a joke with a friend of mine from a while ago. There was a time when I was working with a very non-technical person, and I had to make an application for them. And they said something along the lines of like, why don't you just add an undo button like I see in other applications? And the joke with my friend is that have you ever seen a GUI builder? Like Windows Forms, or probably iOS has something like this, where you generally have a toolbox like this and you just drag something into here. So enter your name as text and this is an input. The joke is that what if just every single complex component you wanted, like, oh, just add the email form onto this and add the like bug reporter and undo button and, you know, magically convert your app into a mobile game. And so that's how I think some people kind of view computers, maybe not seriously, but I think they think that, oh, this has been done in like 10 other apps, so it must be easy. That is very far from the truth. A lot of the times, it just took those 10 different apps a ton of work to get something working. Yeah, the make profit widget. Wouldn't that be great? I don't think it's Interact from what I can see, as they don't add events, they mostly forward them. I think it's just iOS somehow in this specific layout. Interesting. But I was still going to see, what if they wrote something that changed between 1.3.3 and now? You don't have an idea of the requirements? Yeah. They didn't comment in here. I wonder if they comment in their change log. Updating doesn't fix anything. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling me about that. Where do you send in-game issues and feedback reports for tracking? That's all on GitHub, but it's on a private GitHub that you guys don't have access to. Hey, War Eagle. Yeah, if you could drag and drop everything, what a world that would be. I don't think programmers would be around. I think everyone would just be like, I want to make an app today. And then 10 minutes later, okay, cool, it's done. All right, leak from previous event. To avoid this issue when this happens, we need to manually calculate the position of our target by taking only the proper pointer into consideration. Also, although it looks like that when this doesn't happen, we still need to recalculate the position of our target, as it would still be slightly offset on iOS. Okay, so wait, which parts are new here? So if size of this is greater than or equal to 1, so basically if there is one. And then if the current pointer target is the same node type as our event target, let's save it. Can't bail it early as the node type wrongly reported. That may be of the same type as the one we expect. I have to change this at the very least. Try not to change too much of this. For example, a div containing a button in a specific case of the edit blueprint page. We also cannot use node.contains for two reasons. The element is cloned, so it'll always return false. We would need something like a shallow node.contains. Which means the second reason, which would be it would be kind of slow to do this every time. Yeah. All right. Once you start, you can't stop. All right. Instead, we can rely on the fact that the pointer we're looking for will always be the last node reported of this specific type. My goodness. Yeah, my goodness. If you don't have technical know-how, platforms like that can produce a good-looking website. Oh yeah, I think that there are lots of small cases for things like that. Like the GUI designers are actually a pretty good combination of coding and still having drag and drop. Can you imagine if I had lost that picture? Anyway, could you imagine if you had to, if you were making like a quick UI, you had to say, okay, I want it to be at this pixel coordinate, and then this thing has to be at this pixel coordinate, instead of just being like drag an input and then auto align this input to that one, and then when you resize the page, have them spread out in these directions or something. So I think there are still leaps and bounds above what people originally had to do, and it'll continue to get better. And I wonder when we will stop using mice and keyboards as our primary input devices on computers, because we already have pretty sophisticated speech to text. At what point, because this is actually an idea I was thinking of, let's say you've got code like this, const foo equals 5, and then you said console.log foo. So you want this code, but you actually spoke these words. What it could do is it could look at your variables you already have and know, oh, hey, this thing exists. So while I don't know whether foo should be like this or like this or like this or something, it could figure it out based on what you already had. I wonder at what point we would be saying our code more so than typing it. Because they probably haven't at some point. That's my guess, at least. Hey, Smoo. Wouldn't we just be at the point of thinking it? I feel like that's the next step. If any of those brain to computer interfaces actually gets to be good. For Firefox on Android, iOS version is the same Apple WebView. I guess at some point I could do the same kind of investigation. Yeah, I'm not concerned about that. Not concerned about that. All right, so we commit that, we push this, and we merge. As long as you sit in your 5-man office room. Well, noise canceling headphones have actually come a really long way. I don't think they'll block out human voices completely at some point, but imagine if, I don't know, I feel like just all technology is still getting better. So maybe even the downsides will be fixed, or people just work from home. Or they'll just fire 4 of those people because one person can do the work of the 5 people. Win, 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 win. So we should have my change at the bottom of this. Yep. There we go. And we will merge this. And we'll go find Surface CI, which I closed. Jump around and code all the time. Yeah, although what ways will it be made easier in the future? You know, something like AI producing all of your code, we're probably a very long way away from. But AI improving your code, we're already there. It's already happening. I mean, we have static tools like linters, and the compiler can figure things out too. But imagine if it was just something like, hey, we see you using this function a bunch of times. Maybe you should refactor it, or maybe we see you using this code blob a lot, maybe you should make a function out of it. What if it told you things like that? And now maintaining your code base became a lot easier. So I think those tools are going to be in the works if they're not already. Facebook has that? Yeah, so then, yeah, I think these things will be made more widespread, and those will be baked into IDEs. I mean, at one point, syntax highlighting didn't exist, right? Now almost every single editor has it. Same thing with autocomplete. Almost every editor is going to have it. So maybe at some point we'll have like the AI stuff baked in too. And how much feedback have you gotten in game since launch? A lot. I don't think I can show you my email on screen because it's probably going to show other stuff. But let me see if I can show you just a picture. Okay, so here's what my email looks like. I'm just going to take a screenshot of the last day. Yeah. So you can see this one from Hideo is actually something on GitHub. No reply is a notification metrics thing. This is Seattle On and Broadcasters at the meetup. So the ones that aren't those three, every single other one is a bug or feature suggestion in the last like day. So, and this is after 13 days of launching, right? So it's just the remaining stuff that we have. So there's quite a lot. Spent too much time trying to make a program to render your videos. Oh, nice. All right, so don't know if you reported this on Android. So it looks like this is fixed by merging the PR. This got fixed by merging, what was the PR? 529. Okay, so merge PR done. We're gonna now go to tackling issues that we have. So I guess some of this isn't really needed here. Okay, cool. So let's keep on chugging. Assign tasks to Hideo. It's time to do this. It's going to happen. A binary. So we'll go to issues. We think we'll ever get to the point where one language would be used for all software? No, I don't think so. And I think the reason why is because it's the same reason we don't have one human language. Because who's going to give up their language for the one that people decided is the one to switch to? Because attempts have been made in the past. I feel like that's what Esperanto was supposed to do. Come up with an easy to learn language. And maybe everybody could switch to it, right? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it'll happen. I also don't think there's a need for it to happen. There'll always be differences of opinion and different tools for each job. So I don't have this written here, but I know what I want to say. And that's that these images need to be only emitted once to the DOM. I think there was already something on this. Where is it? This one, lag when starting a match. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta figure this out. Can't report all, can't see any lag, testing on these things. Note to self, consider disabling extensions. Yeah, I don't think this is an extension thing. Although, how would I test that? I guess we go to Firefox. I don't have any extensions in Firefox, right? Where do you check your extensions in Firefox? Customize? I don't know. It's in add-ons. Oh, they don't call them extensions. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, so what do I have? None. Yeah, good. I'll give out the points. There. Yeah, so I don't have any, and we're gonna go back to localhost, and I'm gonna try this out. We're gonna log into an account that has a lot of blueprints, so this one. And when I hit attack, yeah, I can see that lag there. I think another thing we could do is actually not have these show up until they've loaded. So only have base64 image show when we've scrolled to that point in the DOM. That would help out a lot. And then don't have them ever update. So I think what's happening right now is when you start a match, so if I just put down some bots and I hit the start key, there's some bit of lag, and I think it's regenerating all of these. So I'm gonna unblock this issue, and I'm gonna just say that I got a little bit more details. So now that the dispatch per frame issue was fixed. Redux DevTools should work again. Let's just look at this in DevTools. This might crash Chrome. Let's copy this out. So how do I do this? Redux. Where'd it go? There it is. No store found. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, that shouldn't be possible. Let me refresh. Did it work this time? Ah, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so we'll commit all these things. Go to sign in. And then commit all these too. Go to edit. It's not gonna work, is it? Yeah, I don't know why this crashes. It didn't crash. It was very, very slow. I wonder if it's because every action that's getting emitted has so much extra data there. Did we exceed what memory that we have available? Hey CCK, did I break the game? Not quite yet, but this is alarming to say the least. Close out of this. I'll choose wait, but I don't think this is going to do anything. Now, if I want to free up some RAM really quickly, I could turn off my VM, but yeah, I don't think this is going to work. It just keeps going up. It's almost certainly Redux. Okay, let's close this. It won't close. It's beyond my control. Can't let you do that, Adam. I need all of your RAM. End process. Okay, did that fix this? Whew. Let's just file the issue. Although keep in mind that it may consume extraordinary amounts of RAM. Alright. I believe this shows that the base64 images are being re-emitted at some point after starting a match. If they weren't, then I think this lag would only exist when entering the arena for the first time. Well, when entering the arena or starting a new match. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, no. Hey, Hackjob. Hey, Red Fox. And hey, Brian. It's going pretty well. Yeah. So, what else do I say here? Ideally, we'd also be able to remove this lag even when attacking another player. Oh, I shouldn't say that. We could get rid of this lag every time after the first. I.e. starting a new match would not reproduce the, wouldn't update the base64 images in the DOM. Yeah. So side note, we could probably mitigate the lag a bit by only having the bot's base64 image show up if the icon is visible in the scroll list, like how we do for the store. Alright, so I'm gonna comment this. I'm gonna put this back over here. I think this is one of the most important issues right now, if not the most important issue. Hey, Ramy. Yeah. Okay, so then we have some minor feature suggestions that I want to include here. Just to feel as if I'm writing documentation. A lot of today is going to be that, I think. And I do want to tackle some issues on my own, but I've been putting this off for so long, and if I can do it, I should just do it. So Mitch filed this, but I don't. No, wait, no, he didn't file it. He just told me on Discord. Okay, so we'll just make one over here. Oh, I've got that, Rami. Yeah, got it written down. Hey, Syntonic. Syntonic, did you get my text messages? Did you respond to these? Ah, yes, he did. He said, "Okay, sounds good." Excellent. Yeah, so then we're all set. So Syntonic and I are getting lunch together today, and I said a bunch of instructions on like, if you get here and I'm not done streaming, here's what you should do. But I guess if he got here, he could just watch on Twitch and then send a message saying, "I'm outside your house." It's the only time I wouldn't be creeped out by hearing that. It was a lot of text. I'll make sure to actually read it later. Don't actually read the text, just say, "Okay, sounds good," no matter what. I like it. So allow pressing the space bar to pause and play replays. Did I comment the text message? Yeah. It was like 2 lines of code, 8 lines of comment, a couple blank lines. So all in all, Syntonic didn't have to read that much. I don't know why he's complaining. So there's not too much to say here. Just like how you starts a match. Pressing space should pause and play a replay. If I think it should, I think the space bar should also start a match if we're not in a replay. Kind of makes sense. Live overflow. Can you please scream very loud so I get annoyed and turn off your stream? Because I should be writing my master's thesis and not on Twitch. Okay, I've never done this before, but we have this ban button right here that we can use. Not gonna do that. Sorry, Live Overflow, you're here to stay. There will be no productivity in your life. Not if I have a say in it. Hey, Goopy. That would work too. I don't actually think that would work. It doesn't stop you from watching. Imagine if the whole screen just turns to static. Then we both win. Alright, so file that one. Emails are being mistyped a lot. I think we'll file this too. Whether or not this actually happened. Oh, nice, Goopy. Yeah, so if you're curious, do check out the new command. The FAQ is actually also pretty good. I haven't recorded a new video in a while. Yeah, CCK, don't forget to add all the hand-drawn annotations to what he's saying. New issue. So we're going to say suggest. I'll say like point out common email typos. Yeah. So lots of users are typing things like name@gaml.com or name@gmail.com. So their verification emails aren't going anywhere. If they ever forgot their password, they would not be able to recover their account since their email wasn't verified. Add something like mail check. Oh man, can I get stats on what the most common typos are? I know there's a lot of this happening with Gmail. Gmail is just a very common email provider. But let's take a look at some of the last ones. I don't know what's wrong there. Yeah, I don't see any issue there. Just keep scrolling through these. Someone typed yahoo.com. Someone typed Hotmail. Nothing wrong there. Yahoo.net, is that actually valid? That might be okay. I don't actually know. Maybe they mistyped some other part of it. Gmail.com. Hotmail.cmo. It's trying to autocorrect it for me there. What else do we have? Gmail.co. That's not okay, right? It's .uk.co if it's that. Gmail.com. Sorry, I want to get a couple more of these. Gamel.com. What else do we have? Another Gamel.com. And I'll get one more, whatever the next one is. Wahoo.com. There we go. Yahoo. Oh, nice, Goopy. Yeah, you're welcome. What's wrong with Hotmail? It's Hotmail. There's no domain after it. There's no TLD, so it's just Hotmail. Have you heard that with Facebook you can mistype your email or password by a certain margin? Oh, really? Wow, I haven't heard about that. Yeah, so these are some of the common ones that we had. Yahoo. God, every time anything like this comes up, it reminds me of that Pregante video. I just love that video. Let me link that in the chat really fast. It's just so stupid. Alright, yeah, lots of users typing things like that or that, so that verification emails aren't going anywhere if they ever forget their password. So add something like this to the login or to the registration form. I don't know exactly how the suggestion should look. If nothing can easily be determined, then even just showing it in a modal dialog is fine with me. Here are the last several typos from real users. Yeah, let's just make this a bulleted list. Why is there a... Oh, there's a question mark for me. Not sure if this is actually valid. Yeah. Okay. Would you like to check out the email verification function written in C#? Have a quick pile link if you want. Sure, yeah. I was just going to use something like MailCheck since they wrote one here too and it's MIT license. Why is this syntax highlighting so weird? Oh, I see what you're saying. No, so this is for something where, like, Gamel.com could actually be an email address here, but it's probably wrong. So this isn't just a regex to match whether an email has the right parts of like username and @, a dot afterward. It's also to see if they typed some like common one that was incorrect. And it's pretty hard to tell whether that'll work. The way you're supposed to do that is actually by checking the domain to see if it has MX records. And if it does, then you allow it. So ideally, we would be checking a domain's MX records to see if we can email them. But this is a good start at least. That's why you're only suggesting it's wrong. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's a very low res loading symbol. And it's not loading anything. We'll just wait another 3 hours. Perfect stream content. There we go. Also note, we shouldn't stop them from using one of these typos since we can't be certain that someone doesn't actually have name@gamel.com. Yeah, there. Okay, so it's done. Add a tooltip to the bot when you were in after a match saying how this works. Yeah, I never actually got this working myself. Some of those return those. Be sure to check those as well. Well, I'm not actually going to do that work yet. I don't think that's necessary yet. I think there are a bunch of problems around emails One is a user typing it wrong. Another is a user intentionally typing a fake domain. And actually, I see this a decent amount. There are a lot of throwaway sites like, what is it, like One Time Mail or something, or Mailinator, or Mail Throwaway, or I don't know what all these different services are. There's a bunch of ones where you can literally go there right now and you could be like, all right, my email address is adam@throwawaymail.com. And you'll get an email there, and anyone who wants to can also log into this account, but that's okay because typically you only use this for times when you don't care about the privacy. So I don't mind if people do this for Botland. The reason for you even having your email address there is twofold. One is if you forget your password, we need to have an email to send it to you. And two is for purchases, which is that I don't want you to ever lose access to your account if you made a real money purchase, because that would be a headache for me. So if you never make a purchase, that's totally fine. But this, I have had people say I've lost access to my account completely. I never verified my email address, and now I don't remember the password. And that's pretty annoying for both parties, I think. So if you use a throwaway one and you're happy with stuff going there for Botland, that's fine with me. I don't care. I don't think there's a need to block that. So what was this next thing? Add a tool to the Botcoin, yeah. New issue. So let's go get where this is in the game. Do something with that for work. Project is on standby because of that issue. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times it would matter if you're using a fake email address. Like if you're setting up a bank account or something, they've got to make sure that no one else is going to get access to this. But for Botland, I don't think it's a big deal. And either way, I think the user is the one voluntarily providing that, so it doesn't matter too much to me. So we can't actually play an unranked game here, so this is not what I want to do, but I log in the other one. And you just add a verification new user and block purchase not. That's already done. What I'm saying, okay, I think the context might have been lost on this. What I was getting at is that some people type in their name as like name@gamel.com instead of gmail.com. And there's a reason why I want to prioritize this feature of correcting them. So we'll go to ranked attack. We should find, good, perfect, okay. Now we're going to hopefully win. Not gonna apply any strategy though. Perfect. So we'll take a screenshot of this. Make him input the email twice. I think there are lots of little things that can be done here, but I think just correcting them if they type something like that, I think that's fine. It should work okay. I'm gonna circle this. It's a perfect circle. Yeah, I got that in the issue that I just wrote, the mail check link. But thanks for finding that, Tintonic. So we'll say this here, we'll say add tooltip to Botcoin to, what do I call this? Delta Botcoin? Delta text? In match results. How do I remove the white space from Paint? Control-Shift-X. By the way, if you're ever curious about that, it does show up here at the bottom of the screen, but it's a little bit hard to see sometimes because usually it's followed by a lot of other shortcuts. Not sure why this is the anniversary, but yeah, my actual sub renewal is until October 27th. Yeah, welcome back, Mitch. I just wrote down your suggestion about pressing space to pause or play replays. How'd you do that though? Like you can get close to Gmail with more characters, etc.? You mean what's the algorithm for doing it? If you look at the link that Syntonic put in, you can actually see the code that they used to do it. I did not look through their code enough to tell you how they did it, but there's something called the Hamming something distance. Oh, it's just the Hamming distance. I thought there was another name in this. Is that what? Yeah. So this is kind of how... Oh, the Levenstein algorithm? Is that mentioned on here? Okay, maybe, yeah, maybe it's this one. Anyway, this is probably how your predicted text works, or text correction works on your phone. So when you type something like sitten instead of kitten, that it knows what it should be. And Luculus, welcome back to you too. The sarcasm is a contribution. So I just want a tooltip to be added to the circled spot in the image without breaking the formatting. I can come up with the content. Although here's an initial stat. So what are we gonna say here? So we'll say you can earn a maximum of constants dot this bot coin as a defender. This is an attacker. Daily maximum of that and that. And you can earn no more than this much daily as an attacker or a defender. I don't know if this is the best way to phrase this. Hey, Darkstorm. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't know how we should say it though. And what are these numbers anyway? Let's go find out. This is 350, 280, and 500. So it would look like this. 350, 280, and 500. And then we can delete these things. Earn a daily maximum of 350 bot coin as a defender, 280. So we should just say it this way. 280 bot coin as an attacker. Maybe I should say this. Can earn a daily maximum of 500 bot coin daily. And then in parentheses, 350 as a defender, 280 as an attacker. That's not too bad. That's pretty good, right? Hey, Pies. You'll get your $5 later. 500 bot coin daily, 350 as a defender, 280 as an attacker. Yeah, and then the only other thing we should do is put in a bot coin symbol instead of this. Did we put it before or after the number? I don't actually remember. Before. Yeah. And that way we can remove the word bot coin from all of these. There. That is pretty nice. Ranks. Winning ranked games grants bot coin. There. Yeah, I know it sounds grim. I want to clarify that when I get to that, which will hopefully be today, as I mentioned. So I might as well, as long as I'm filing this, just say, here's the text. Updating the formatting. The text should have this. Note that the numbers are all pulled from constants. So let's just get a constant. It's this one first, then these two. It's formatted in here. And then we'll put an and. We'll join all these lines. We'll put backticks around them. It'll look beautiful. There. Preview. I just want a tooltip to be added to the circled spot in the image without breaking the formatting. Text should have this. Winning ranked games grants bot coin. You can earn a daily maximum of 500 bot coin. Yeah. However, the bot coin symbol should be the real symbol, i.e. the reversed one, which I think we have as bot coin symbol right in, yeah, it's right here. Cool. When you're not streaming, you could stream matches in botnet. Yeah, people have suggested that before. I don't think I want to do a 24/7 stream. And I also have not wanted to put in the time towards setting that up. I did come up with a way. Actually, I have this now, so I guess it wouldn't be too hard. In the game, I can press Shift R because I'm an administrator, and I can go to a replay. Then it can play the replay. And then whenever it's done, so let's speed through this, I could hit, well, I mean, I play the whole replay, I guess. Then I could hit Shift R again and get a new replay. And it'll just keep giving me more and more replays, and we could just have that on infinite repeat. But I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Earn a daily maximum of 500 daily. Did I write that twice? Daily maximum 500. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Lightbeard. $280 as attacker. Thank you, Two Spray. I wrote 2 lines and I had 2 typos in it. Thank you. Guys, I think this is good. File and file. Cool. Monte, welcome back. Too bad the today command doesn't work in the sub message. Yeah, I actually know about that. I don't plan on fixing that actually, but yeah. Thank you for resubbing. All right, done with that one. Next up. I want to repeat, by the way, for those who did not see the today command, that there will not be a stream tomorrow. I think there is a ton of stuff to handle. All right, we'll file this here. Yeah, and I expected this to happen more frequently than it did, to be honest. Leading up to launch, there were several days where I was like, I can't stream this, guys. I'm working on payment stuff, and I can't show that on stream. And so yeah, we would cancel some streams, and that was mostly fine. And I thought after launch, I'd be doing it more frequently. So now is maybe the time when the more frequently starts. So pressing space should start a match if it can. It should also pause. Oh wait, we do have an issue on this? What is this? I love the title that this person gave the issue. I want to go faster. Sounds like something, sounds like a line from the Matrix. Wish I could click space to star the round. Interacting with pop-ups is not fun. Yeah. Okay, so then we need to correlate these two things. How do we do that? Yeah, something Sonic would say as he's stuffing chili dogs into his face. This one. Apparently this was filed in the private issue repo. Update. Okay, good. So we're gonna mark this as done and put this down here. Change sword button on mobile news to a rocket to attack someone else. Let's go do that. And you might say, Adam, why don't you just make this change? Adam doesn't want to make this change. Change sword to rocket. All right, here's what we put for this. Sword, arrow, rocket. I'll put it over here. So there's a sword on this button. Also, I wonder if Jason intentionally, I should talk to Jason about that. Where's the next, the talk to Jason? Talk about increasing the size of the intro.js area, yeah. And then talk about whether the desktop defend and attack buttons should have had the weird upper left corner. I think he said it was a mistake and we just did it anyway, and I don't think we ever undid it. I think we did it in one spot. But where is this? This one. No, not that one. Well, there's some way to do it. That one. There it is. Yeah. So this is what the button probably should look like. Hey, Derek. It just doesn't. You think the bottom logo should take you back to the homepage? I think it should, yeah, and I've just never done that. Feel overwhelmed by the number of reports, but in this sense must also be great having that much feedback. Yeah, I think that's good. I think here's what the issue was for me. I've always had my general roadmap idea, and so for the last 2-3 months it had been like, oh, you get payments working, get the Steam version out, and do any sort of bugs and polish work that we can do to prepare for launch. Then I had in my mind a post-launch roadmap of things we could tackle, which is going to be things like content, localization, new features. Well, it turns out that this got sort of duplicated to here, and that this is like 3 weeks of work. So that's the only way in which it's a little bit disappointing. It's not that we won't get to these things. It's that there's a lot of stuff in between. Also, at some point, making money was on this list. And that's got to be held off a little bit too. Any big updates? I don't think there are any big updates. I think if you go into the game and you look at the change log, you'll see pretty much everything that has been different. Go to news and then view change log. So the game launched on September 24th. So that was this version 1.0.0. And since then we've had 3 more updates. Now all of these you can expand and see the amount of things that have been worked on since then. So we've been busy, we've been working on things. It's just not all of it's super visible and not all of it is going to be appreciated by every user. So it's going to be more of that for the next like couple weeks, I think. And then I finally want to add in taunts. I want your bots to be able to use a cactus emoji instead of firing their lasers or something. It is the ultimate form of disrespect. I want to do that before my vacation. That way people can mess around with those. Actually, I think there are going to be a couple of emojis. This one and this one I got to add to whatever list of taunts you can do. But imagine having all your bots, you get to the point where you can win the match, and instead you just spend like 3 turns using the laughing emojis. I hope people don't abuse this. I have a pretty strong feeling that what's going to happen is something like this. People are going to say something like num turns to taunt equals 100, and if num turns is greater than 0, then taunt. And that might be a little bit too much. Maybe I'll have to put a cooldown on it or something. In fact, I should maybe talk about that. In-game taunts. There are 2 branches ready to work on taunts. Yeah, and I should write here somewhere, perhaps we should put a cooldown on taunts and add a can taunt. It's going to be a Terminator for sure. The question is, should there be anything else? Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Any advice for a junior developer looking to get their first job? I used to just spew a whole bunch of advice when people would ask about this, but what I'd ask from you for now is if you have any more specific questions rather than just any advice I might have to share. Because I don't mind talking about a specific topic, but I'd rather not derail what I'm doing for too long. Wildcat taunt. Don't even try to attack. Your bots just get obliterated, but at least they're laughing at you right up until their deaths. So I took a picture of this. I wrote down another thing we had to do. So there's this one. I guess just search the code for the sword symbol, right? Con news. There it is. So can we search for a sword symbol? No, we can't because it's font awesome icon. So there should be icon library and sword appears in here somewhere. Yeah, so search for FA sword and FA swords. HE here. So in all instances where we have this or this. Oh, wait a second. No, hang on. Maybe not all instances. Let me search for this. If I could do this correctly. This is used. Wait, is that one not even used? Am I searching for the wrong thing? Let's just search for the word sword. And maybe we'll do it that way. There we go. /sword. Now, do we also have swords as a thing? No. Replace them with the rocket icon that we use for this button. Let me go find the button. It's this one. By the way, the reason that takes a long time to load is because of the base 64 images in the background. What to do in a scenario where you don't get along with fellow employees in a company you like. I think this one's tough because it's such a case-by-case basis. You might have an issue with them technically, you might have an issue with them personally, and you might have an issue with them in how they communicate professionally or something like that. And then there's any number of things in between. So not talking about cases of like harassment or something. In general, if it's harassment, you should probably talk to HR. But if it's something professional, I think your basic routes, you have three. You have their boss, your boss, and them directly. And like I said, it's a case by case basis, so it all kind of depends. But let's say they are really hard to work with. That's something that I might try talking to one of the bosses first and figure out, like, has this person been told that before? Is there any sort of feedback you can give this person? But yeah, I've had some issues with that in the past, and I think sometimes I've come to the conclusion of talking to somebody about it, and sometimes I've come to the conclusion of working around it. Yeah, quit and start streaming. Best advice. Okay, there's that. See if it's possible to add full screen this page. Yeah, this is another thing people have been asking about a lot. Default F8 preface is assumed when not specified, so it'll be sword. I see, yeah. Past sword. I like it. So there are issues for this one too. Actually, a bunch of people have asked about this. Yeah. So new issue. Add a way to full screen the site. So people are finding Botland through other means than the stream now. So it's hard to use the pin command to tell them to pin the game. And while we do have app banners, I don't think they want to install the apps just yet for trying the game. So we should have some way of allowing them to full screen the game. No, there's some API for this. I don't know what the API is, and I wasn't going to look into this too much actually. There's a specific element in full screen mode and exit when it's no longer needed. Yeah. I checked that, it's mostly a no-go. But I wonder if where it's possible we could allow it. But I think people still want this. Even if this only ends up being exposed on one or two, or on a subset of all of the platforms, it would still be good to do. Yeah, I think it should be easy, Fishrock. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I think it's good. Mark that one as done. You're using EM font sizes instead of CSS, in CSS instead of pixels or rem. I'm not a CSS expert, so I don't think I can answer that. Yeah. But I bet that's a pretty good thing for asking Google, because that sounds like something other people have probably asked before on something like Stack Overflow. Should I use PX or rem? Yeah, so anyway, yeah, you can probably find some more results on there on Stack Overflow. This thing too, what is this? Loadout weapon drag window can get permanently stuck on screen. Yeah, this is something I never thought people would end up doing. I don't even know if it's worth fixing this issue, but here's what the issue is. You drag this, then you hit the back button on your mouse, and now you can't do anything about this. It's just stuck there forever. Because the handlers were on the old page. So it's just... Actually, we could probably fill up the entire screen with just that, right? It's beautiful. Maybe this is a new way to play Botland. Okay. New issue. So let's go. I don't know why this is so funny. It's like it's like solitaire on Windows. Yeah, we can detect the back button. It's not like this can't be fixed. It's just that I never thought people would even do this. So we'll say, what do we call this? drag artifact can be left on the page. We'll paste in the screenshot. And we'll say this was actually filed via Hacker News. I'll copy this. Okay. This can get pretty crazy if you keep doing it. Well, actually, I'm not gonna write anything about a solution. I think it's probably pretty clear what we can do about this. So I'll submit this. Hey, Krasner. Okay. So that's done. All right, what's this thing? Ask Hideo to look into this. On iOS, sign up email input should be of type email. Password length feedback should be inline. Okay, let me look at this. Hey, Stork. I don't, but I feel the need to watch the stream in 0.75 speed. Sign up email. So where's that? Register account. Email address. Where are you? Input type is email. I don't know what iOS. People have complained about this actually a decent amount, but I don't know what else we could do about this. Maybe login input isn't giving it to type email? Input type. No, it is. Weird. And then password length feedback should be inline, not after typing password twice and submitting. Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Jerry. Yeah, maybe iOS is special. I wonder if they need some special, like, iOS input email. Maybe they need a special type. Input a type email. Does anyone actually say anything here about iOS? iOS 3.1 star, what does that mean? Doesn't do validation, instead offers a custom email keyboard. Custom email keyboard does not provide a comma key. Automatically applies a default style of opacity 0.4. Sounds like this is fine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. But the password length feedback, what they're talking about there. Sorry about the sounds. So what we're talking about here is that there's nothing to tell you if you type like hi and then hi. You have to actually hit create account. It says then passwords must be at least 8 and at most 128 characters long. I mean, I agree that there should be some inline feedback. I just don't know what it would look like. Let's take a picture. No, I don't want to do this. I'm not even gonna file this. I don't care that much. If people find out later that I don't care about this. It's just not worth wasting the time, I think. All right, I'm gonna cancel this. I'm gonna say conclusion. iOS should already have the email type, and I don't think the password validation is worth doing at all at this point. Yeah. Why don't you just write a tooltip? I just don't feel it's worth the time to even devote to this. That's all. Like, is it really that bad if you have to press the button and you see the response here? And my answer is no. So let's worry about other things. I'm not saying it shouldn't be done ever. I'm just saying it's just not even worth filing right now. And if it comes up again or again and again, and another 5 times in the next week, then yeah, maybe, but it's just very low priority. So add non-ideal state to edit defense bots. Yeah. So this was confusing people. I think some people didn't even get to the point where they made bots because of this. Yeah, bot tray is empty. So add NIS to... Does NIS necessarily... Hang on a second. All right, I'll just say non-ideal state. To mobile blueprint selector. How often do you find yourself going back to your to-do list archive after tasks have been filed away? A decent amount. A lot of times I'll try to unearth something from like a year ago and I will find it in here and I'll be like, oh, that's what I was thinking. Because this has all the way back to 2015 when I finally started using, it was called plain tasks at that point for Sublime. And now there are about 60,000 lines of completed to-do items. So when you see this many, you think, 8,000 is not so bad. So we have a link to the issue here. And then we'll also put a screenshot of what it looks like on mobile. So let's go to the mobile UI and log in as... We need someone who doesn't have blueprints. Let's just delete them from this account. That should be fine. Used to blow through the to-do items. It almost always averaged to about 300 or 400 lines per week that would be removed. And then I started streaming for half the amount of time and that went down, of course. So let's take a picture of this. Yep. So when you have no blueprints, there's no text saying to create a blueprint using the buttons on the side. But on desktop there is. On desktop it looks like, where did the tab go? There it is. On desktop it looks like this. Desktop it looks like this. So I'm not sure what we should do about this though. Because here we say use one of these buttons. The buttons are right there in line. Here, these buttons show up to the side and we need to let you know that they show up on the side. Maybe we could add something like use one of the buttons on the side of the screen to create a new blueprint. Well, maybe we should say the same text we had originally. You have none? Oh yeah, no, that's fine. How long is the to-do right now? The to-do right now is about 7,700 lines, I think. I could write the limit. So Spray, I don't think it was the limit that was a problem. I think it was the minimum that was the problem. Although maybe there is something that lets you put in a minimum. Okay, that's good. Done with that. So we have a couple of noisy things going on outside. One is the mower sounds. Two is the roofing sounds. And the way that our community is laid out is such that there's a block of places that looks something like this. They are roofing on this one, and we are here. So all the sounds that you hear are not actually directly above me, but they will be pretty soon. I don't know how soon, but that's going to be really annoying, like really, really annoying. And it's 6 days a week, so it's going to be pretty tough. Yeah, well, what's especially annoying is it's gotten to the point where without noise canceling headphones, it's almost unbearable. It's like torture at this point. Thought it was by you. Yeah. So that the sounds you hear are a different building. It will at some point move over to here. And given how long it's taking them on that one, it's probably going to be for several weeks. So yeah, I wish they would do it during the vacation time, but it's probably going to be like December or January or something. Anyway, can't open changelog on iPad. This we already fixed. WebGL issues. I think I filed all of these already. Hardware drag issues. Yeah, so this shouldn't be a thing anymore. We filed all these. Should I just delete this? Let me go check that PR again. Stompy Godzilla. It's a sequel to Flappy Bird. Fix more of these. So I have a new issue, and I think I copy pasted all this stuff. Yes, I did. So we'll just delete this. Backup apartment, if only. I understood you want code in this case to switch for the ability to replace it with something I control. Yeah, this would be nice. I don't know how hard it'd be to do that though. I meant you could write instead of password 8228 is the input placeholder. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a good quick suggestion, I think. Let's go take a look at that. Sign up. Yeah. That's a great suggestion. But where do these exist? Are they on the server? Because if they are, then I won't be able to get these right now. Password. No. Well, I said password wrong. Password. And what about over here? Aha. So we can say characters. Good idea, Spray. So now where's password? Here. Placeholder. Password placeholder text. Where's that? Where are you? There it is. There. Perfect. Oh, I didn't select the other one. And do we have constants here? Yes, we do. Okay, that should do it. Oh. No, we want a special placeholder just for registration then. Yeah, that'll show on login. Yeah, I'll just make a special one. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. So where'd that go? So the password description is different from what I was originally thinking the task was. I didn't lie about the laziness. It wasn't laziness at all. I didn't understand what Spray was suggesting. And do I bother naming them JSX? No, they're all just JS. By the way, the password restrictions were always this way. Well, when I say always, I mean like last year at least. So you could have always had a 128 character password if you wanted. So we'll say password placeholder text and password sign up placeholder text. And then we'll delete all of this and use this one here. So placeholder text for password fields that show up when signing up or changing your password. So we'll call it like new password placeholder text. Yeah. That way we can tell you about the restrictions in line. Type string and we'll say to see this. And then we'll use this new one somewhere that we have the old one. So login, no. This one, yes. And then reset password and delete account. No, not delete account. That should be good. Final password placeholder text v2 final extra final. So password looks good there. Sign up. Good. So that's two of the spots. We also need to do this on resetting our password. So let's go figure out what the email address is for one of these accounts. Select, what is going on? Select email address. Perfect. So we're gonna go try this player out. Forgot password. Sent an email. We click our email. Type this in, and we should see the same placeholder text. Yeah, this is fine, but this text is a little bit weird, right? Type your new password below to finish resetting your password. I'm not gonna bother with that. That's okay. All right, so we'll check this in. Again, thank you, Spray. So say clarify password length restrictions in placeholder text. Both PMs are out of the office. You did it. Achievement unlocked. So the password thing that I wrote was where I ended up modifying the password placeholder to include length requirement. Not too bad. Hey, Korean American barbecue. All right, so do I want to do this right now? Let's say the servers aren't online. It says this, the servers are offline. That is fine. Now let's say the servers are online, but I have decided to stop traffic to them. Oops, oh my God. Okay, hang on a second, I just did this in production. Okay, fixed. There's downtime of like 3 seconds. Let's go test production. Yeah, everything's working. Now let's change this locally, which is all I wanted to do. So we refresh the page and we see this message, which says, the servers are online, but they're likely being upgraded. In the meantime, join us on Discord. So I might want to say something here that's custom, but I don't know if I want to do that. Exactly. Can't blame that on old Adam. Yeah, messed that up. Yeah. I don't want to add this right now. What else do we have here? Allow for pressing enter on bot name and bot scripts input to submit them. Bot coin symbols pointing the wrong way in the store details sell button. Well, I could probably just fix that right now, right? Store detail. Oh, right. Let's go change this. There. Now I should be able to connect. There. We got it. So we got to go to a store sell button. So here, and then something we have already here. And it's facing the wrong way in this one. Why is that? So store details is what I think it is. Not called store details. Store.js. What did I call that? Render store, oh, store preview. Store action bar, got it. Where are you? Here. So it should be a sell button here. Yep. And where's the cost? Type owned action type, let's sell. Something owned. This is not what I want. Blockcoin symbol. How is this getting reversed? Huh. Transform scale -1. It's not doing anything. Is it because it needs inline block? Oh, it does. Huh. This is inline block though. What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on? Store action button. Oh, this specific symbol. Okay, never mind. I see. It is this, display inline. This should just be inline block. Yeah, there, that'll fix it. Hey, Pevy. It's going well. I am going to be taking it a little bit different this week. Today we have, well, another like, I don't know, hour and a half of the stream. Then after that, it's going to be lunch. And then after that, it's going to be writing a postmortem of Botland. The game's not dead. I probably shouldn't even use the term postmortem. And then tomorrow, we're not going to have a stream. I'll just be working offline. So I think it'll be good. I'll be able to tackle some issues myself. Just figure things out. So many things going on right now. So this is done. I didn't actually verify it. We're gonna go do that really fast. Buy, sell. Yeah, perfect. Easy peasy. Yeah, postmortem of release. Yeah, I'll have to think about how I want to phrase this, but it's going to take a lot of work to make it. So fix Botcoin symbol so that it faces left. The store details had it facing right. This game already did. No, yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to clarify. I did a quick little outline this morning, and you can see in one of these sections at the top, one of the first things I want to clarify is this. What is a postmortem and is Botland dead? So no, the game's not dead. We're not like done with it. I just want to write something about everything that happened up until this point. Just about my experience there. Anything else that we need here? This was Liquidor's suggestion, is when there are streams online that we show the number of them that are online. I think that's a pretty good suggestion. Out of curiosity, is anyone streaming Botland right now? Oh wow, slow trees. Yeah, so seeing streams and then like Princess 1 might be kind of nice there. Let me see what that would look like if I just do this locally on mobile. So streams would be able to have a number next to it, and news can have an exclamation point next to it. I think all of this is still going to fit, but we need to make sure. Yeah, I like that. Wait, what? Call it a sit rep? I don't know what that is. Maybe it's less death oriented, maybe fit the bot battle more? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I thought we were talking about something else. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I can change the title on this. I could just say something like, thoughts about launch and the journey. I could call it, I could come up with some fancy title. Oh, the noises are actually technically benefiting everyone in this community. We're getting roofing work done. Yeah, okay, I like this suggestion. Let's go do this. Well, this shouldn't take too long to do, so maybe I should just do it, but I'm still gonna add it to the day. Add number of streams into tab title. So this was a quick suggestion by Liquidor. think just putting something like 4 next to streams is good. So I'll copy a picture here. There. There are 2 new lines? Yeah, there we go. What have I learned since making Botland? That's kind of what that postmortem is going to cover, I think. Also, Frodo, did you... I think you filed an issue in the game, and I went to look into it, and then I think your account ceased to exist. Did you intentionally delete it, or did I search the wrong thing? Also, you don't have to respond publicly here if you don't want to. That's fine. Hey, Sark. Yeah. Okay, so we filed this one. Let's go up. Did I actually? Yeah, I did that right. Maybe put a Discord link and the question mark menu at the bottom. Why would we put it at the bottom of this? I don't know about that. I don't know where we should put that. To up on the number of the packs should be on the entire buy section of that dialogue. Yeah, fine. Let's file this too. Just want to get some of these things off my list. So many things have been accumulating here. Change salvage pack tooltip. So where is this right now in the game? Well, it doesn't show on mobile. Let's try it over here. Yeah, so it's just this. I don't need to trim this image down, we'll just do this. The tooltip currently shows only when hovering over the top section of... hovering over 003. Nah. Whoa, when did GitHub do that? If you press Control I, it puts in 2 underscores because that's how you italicize things here. And Control B puts it. Wow. Neat. I did not know about that. I just accidentally pressed it. It's always been that way? Yeah, I just never knew. Have it show over the, or hovering over any part of that section. Hey, Pawn. Alright, so assign to Hideo and project Botland. Yeah, it's always fun discovering little things like that. When you have a problem and you say something out loud and you try the thing that you want it to do, and then it turns out that it actually works that way and you just never tried it. Amazing. Oh, interesting, Frodo. Yeah. You play guest accounts now. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I should have... Yeah, I don't know what I could do about that, actually. Never thought I'd see that. That's for sure. Alright, we're gonna file this one too. And then I gotta prioritize all these things. Okay, make text boxes focus when you press enter. So let's go try this really fast. I don't think this is an issue on desktop, but maybe it is on mobile. I don't know. Am I doing collecting user data for analysis? There's some that's being collected. It's all kind of outlined in the privacy policy. So the Google Analytics stuff is aggregate anonymized data. I haven't looked into that too much yet. And then there's all the data that you get just by having the game, right? So like someone logs in, it adds a row to a database table. And I haven't looked through a whole lot of that. What I'm using, the primary focus, and I think I've got this on the roadmap here. The primary focus has been just cutting down on the number of issues that are getting reported. So we have, where's this number? We have 275 open issues. And I want to get this down to like less than 200 by, hang on, let me figure out a good timeline for this. Yeah, by the end of this week, hopefully less than 200. By the end of next week, hopefully less than 150. And then the week of the 21st, start tackling new features again. That's what I kind of hope to do. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's what I wanted to respond to, Frodo. Right. So the bot coin per win actually does happen already. That was always there. And when you do an attack, you should see it. Hang on, this is on ranked match. You just have to do ranked attacks. So since you're playing on guest accounts, you won't be able to get bot coin when you win. Guest accounts get next to nothing. But yeah, we have a ranked match here. So let's say we win. We should be able to win just by changing this bot to actually have some melee on it. There we go. Now I'll do this. Good. And so when you win, it says bot coin plus 25. We're going to put a tooltip on this too. It shows now that I have 850. You also get rewards on full accounts as you're doing stuff. So this user has like 1 million rewards. We have rewards for playing a bunch of ranked matches, referring a player, session duration, number of online users each hour, account longevity. So do I have those stats? Yes. Am I going to be sharing those stats? Not really, no. Not yet, at least. I think I'm going to start sharing them a little bit more in the coming month. But this morning is when I shared this, which was in the, is it going to copyright? No, it's not going to copyright. There's this. In the last day, so this was earlier today when we had checked this, that here were the number of accounts created and logins that were done. So you might look at this and say like, wow, this is a healthy game, right? Not yet, it's not. Guests pretty much never come back. And this says nothing about monetary viability, which is quite low. Yeah, so Frodo, if you were doing that, then they had to have been unranked matches. Because, yeah, you'd already gotten as much bot coin as you can get during the day. Either way, I think it shouldn't be a problem because there's going to be a tooltip there next. And then the other thing about teleport, I put in, let's take a look here. I put in some snippets around teleport. I don't know if I put in the one you might want, but I think they're good enough. So there's this, try teleporting the location. I think this might have been added as a result of what you'd suggested. I'm not sure. But this is exactly what you would have wanted, right? Like teleport 5 tiles away. And you can choose what direction you want. You can choose how far away you want. Yeah, it might have been capped for the day. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I think we're set on that. Okay, I just want to clarify that stuff. So I should go close any bugs you filed. Let me go do that. Although maybe I already did. What was your... Yeah, I have 2 closed issues here. Yeah, good. Okay, I already did close them. Oh, that's too bad. I could have been down to 273 issues. So we were going to go modify a script name here. Here, test, enter. Okay, that one works. So bot name and bot script inputs. So bot name, test, that one works. So is it on mobile if they don't work? Yeah, mobile doesn't work there. And then here, oh, it actually works on this one. Wait a second. So this is the only place where it doesn't work? I wonder, this probably isn't worth doing then, but I thought it didn't work here either. Definitely seems like it is. Yeah, seems like it is. Holy cow, okay, I gotta type this to you. So yeah, what's a cat per day? It'll show up in that tooltip. It is, I think, 500 per day. Hey, knowledge. Not allowed alternative currencies. All right, I'll have to convert everything to Bitcoin. I'll be filthy rich. I guess it's just on mobile. I'll just write that down really fast. So mobile script rename doesn't allow pressing enter to submit. Talking about enter from a computer keyboard, which I realize is probably not a common scenario. Yeah, this is gonna be a low priority issue for sure. I thought it was different when I first investigated this. Yeah, I was wrong about that. Either way, that one is now done. Let's move this off the list. No label. Did I not actually label it? Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's like a little bit laggy. Hey, Harvey. Yeah, just a new ICO for that. Just make a lot of money. So, bug with cosmetics inventory. Start from this state. What's this state? And then what? Click the plus next to torsos. That one. Click the close the store page. Click the torso icon in the left bar to make the scroll by scroll. I don't care about that. In fact, so this is done. I'm trying to style track. Yeah, this is done. Yep. Add toast for completing missions or advancing in leagues. You try enter or submit on the mobile keyboard? No, I didn't. Yeah, I should probably clarify that here too. I'd also like it to work from the mobile keyboard's enter/submit button. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, what other post-launch issues do we have here? So assign tasks to Hideo there, we definitely did that. Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't finish this part about dragging him onto the board. So let's full screen this. Let's add all the new cards. So this is pretty low. We're gonna put this down here. Change salvage pack tooltip. It's actually also pretty low. Add number of streams and tab title. Add non-ideal state to mobile blueprint selector. This one's a little bit higher up, probably second right now. Order drag artifact. This is pretty low too. You know what? I'm gonna change these labels. All of these are pretty low priority. So we'll just type L low. There. Add a way to full screen the site. That's pretty nice. Put that there. Change sword to rocket. That might sound like it's low priority, but I actually do want that to be higher priority. Add tooltip to this. Yep, that's pretty good. Let's put that there. Point out common email typos. Yep, let's do that beneath all these. iOS drag issue problems. What's this? Oh, this was already assigned. This is already done, actually. I'm gonna let Hideo handle that. And then allow pressing space to pause or play replace. We'll put that down here. There you go. Do I play games myself often, or do I just like building them? Yes, I play a lot of games. Well, wait, I shouldn't say it that way. I spend a lot of time playing games. I don't play very many games. But I've been playing Tetris 99. I'd like to do an FAQ about this, like just add it into the FAQ, but these games change from time to time. Link's Awakening, Classic WoW. Is there anything else? I think that's it for now. Yeah. It's always like 1 to 3 games, and they change from time to time. But I'm having a lot of fun with Tetris 99, so. What server am I on? There's the classic WoW command. Okay, anything else here? Yeah, so this. Can I do anything about this? What if you just search for like Firefox, Linux, text encoding issue? Not even botland, just is this like a known thing that I just don't even have to fix? UTF-16 encoding issue with Firefox. I don't know about this. I don't know if this is my problem or their problem. I have a Debian VirtualBox here, so I guess we could just try that. Is there a stream delay? There shouldn't be. Yeah, let me load this up off screen really fast, and I'll see if I can show you guys. I might be able to. So I need to get Firefox on this. Oh, we have Firefox. Oh, then I can just show you guys. Yeah, okay. Let's try this out. So we just, where's the mouse cursor? There it is. 192.168.112.3000. And then we try to look at the EULA. Sign up EULA. No, this is fine. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's just their operating system. Right? Because I'm on Firefox on Debian. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it's their operating system. What's ESR night? Coding on Linux is broken all over the place. See boxes for emojis. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Extended support release. Oh, I don't know. I neither know what mine is nor what theirs was, but I don't think I'm going to do anything about this. I also, who said this? This was post request? Was this in chat? This is my wife still trying to get out of the attic. Yeah, the roofing work is still going to be going on for quite some time. Did they put this in? Yeah, they put this through Twitch chat on the 30th. This was reported by post request via Twitch chat on 9/30/19. Well, I might as well just put this here, post request. And then just so that this isn't formatted weirdly, I'll put this here. And then we'll just say that it's not a problem for me, so it's not a problem for anybody. So this doesn't repro for me on my Firefox on Debian. So I'm going to say it's an OS issue. And then I'm going to copy what Jesse Skinner said so that should anything ever happen, we blame Jesse, and that way we have nothing to do. Perfect. Okay, so next up. Error when you make a new bot with an old script in quick test and finish the phase. Let's go try that out. A new bot with an old script. So let's start here. Happy to take the blame. Is this a blanket statement you're making? Can I blame you for everything? This could be very powerful. Same on Win10IE. You mean the EULA? Do I even want to open IE? Oh man, okay, fine. Let's take a look. White page. Oh, white page. That's not the same as what we saw on their screenshot. Their screenshot, I'll show you in just a sec. Although, thank you for testing that, by the way. Their screenshot looked like this. Which some people can probably read this. Probably not many people. Well, let's see. I'm going to try an Edge. On Edge, it works fine. I'm not even going to bother opening Internet Explorer. And I'm going to chalk this up to people's setups being broken. Yeah. Yeah, so we're not going to worry about anything else. All right, yeah, so this one. That's wrong, Ember. That's not what it says. So we need an old script, so it's not actually this. And we need the console open. So there's the console. So what were the instructions here? New bot with an old script and quick test and finish the phase. So quick test, make a new bot. We can't even do that. Let's delete this. Delete. New bot, old script. And then finish the phase. Does it say anything? Yes, it does. Oh, this is a problem. This is a problem. Oh, why? Tried deploying blueprint -100, but does not own that blueprint. Okay, well, what happens if we just do that same thing again? Does it show up another time? No, it's only the first time. So we gotta delete this. gonna try again. But this time, I'm gonna check this button. So I make a new blueprint, go over here, how to do the mine laying bot that moves around the CPU. Are you talking about something you're watching on the screen right now? These don't even have landmines, so I guess not. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But you should just be able to use, I'll show you really fast. In one of the tutorials. I'm not sure. I think that might just be figure it out. Maybe it isn't though. But anyway, here's how I would probably do it. If you go into pre-made scripts, you'll find tether bot to position. You drag both of these things on there. So you should set their tether X to like wherever they start, and you can set their tether to like 4 tiles. And then that's it. You can just move around and put landmines down. So you can do something like this. Weaponry, lay mine. And whoops, I'm trying to put that there. There. So that is roughly the script you would probably want in order to do that. That should be fine. Yeah, that's the roofing work. Nucleon John. The PDF, you'll need to outline the fonts, render them before you save it, and it'll be solved. Right now it requires the font install to show it everywhere. I don't know about doing this at all. I'll write it down. The EULA shows as a white page or with encoding issues. So let's copy these things too. Yeah, I'll copy this here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything. I also think that the problem that Carson's reporting is slightly different from the one that Post Request reported. The one that Carson said is that it's a white page. The one that Post Request said is that it's a page that looks like this, which is probably not an outlining problem. And either way, I'm not really super concerned because they should be able to open it in a new tab and have it render there, I bet. Oh, really, Jesse? It's definitely different. Now let's close out of these things. Close, close. Isn't completely white. A few lines and glitches. Still a minor thing. Okay, yeah. Alright, so what was I doing? I was still testing this problem, and now we gotta start this up again because I had made a script and I don't know where we left off. So I'll do this, we'll sign in, go to defense, test defense, click this button, delete a blueprint. Delete. Then we make a new one and we give it a script that we already had, and that should be enough to cause an error to happen. These I don't care about. We can ignore those. Your blocks are invalid. How's that possible? Oh my god, taunt. Are you kidding me? That means that this, I just happened to load up a script that we did back in April when I made the taunt feature? Impressive. I wonder if that's what's going wrong. Probably not. This is going to pause on Terminators. Wait, what's going on? No, it still did this, but it didn't. Man. Okay, well that didn't work. We still have to figure this out. It's coming from create bot, so I guess I'll just go put a breakpoint there. Where is that function? This is not correct at all, is it? Oh, it might be. Is this the shared one? It is. Share. Okay. So webpack. Uh-oh. I'm on the wrong branch. Oh, I never switched branches back. So whatever I just did as far as commits are on the wrong. Oh no. waiting for this thing to show up and tell me how many I messed up. It's probably 2. Yeah, it's 2. I can think of a couple ways to fix this. I'm just trying to think of what's the easiest one. Because I was thinking I could just make a new branch from this and then merge in my other branch that I had. I didn't push. I don't plan on pushing this. Out of curiosity, how hard would it be to just make all the same changes again? There's only four files. I'll just do that. Cherry pick them over, then rebase the branch. I think I'll just copy all these files over. Because we didn't even modify the same files each time, right? No, we didn't. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. So let's put this here. This is what, client constants? Yeah. So client constants. Now copy this. And then we have register account. Just needs new there. I'll just copy the whole thing. And the last one is what, reset password. Okay, good. There's that, and this one is fix this so that it's facing left. And the only thing we changed here is one line, inline block. There. Yep. Okay, so we'll switch the correct branch that I meant to be on that time. Cherry pick them even after you reset the current branch. Oh, I don't plan on ever touching this branch again. I was just gonna go to post launch 4 and then just reapply these things. And I was thinking it shouldn't be too bad. Oops. There we go, then register account. And then reset password is the last one. What you're suggesting, Numatis, is probably the best way for me to do this if I had more than these couple of changes. There. And then we check this in here. So let's go through the diff and make sure this is fine. Yep. 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 Okay, good. And then we just have this last one way over here. And now we just need a commit message from there. Okay, good. So there, that is fixed. We can now go back to the other branch and just reset it or undo them or whatever. Welcome back, Merlin. Can you make in-game purchases yet? On everything other than iOS, yes. iOS will be as soon as Apple accepts the new app we just uploaded to them. Merlin, 4 more months of resubbing, and your name will finally match the number of resub months. Then you can stop resubbing to me forever. Then Twitch will eventually add in a 41-month resub badge. Alright, so wait, we want to go back to something. What was I just working on? This? No, it was post-launch? Yeah, this one here. Okay, so client webpack. Let's get back to this. Dev tool. Delete this. Go restart this thing. Sure went fast, yeah, I know. That's how I feel about this. It's like, what was I doing in all of year 2, for example? I don't remember. I could go watch the VODs, but that would take a whole other year. So we want to go to the arena where we have create bot. It could be this one. Yeah, here it is. And I'll put a breakpoint here, I guess. I don't know what it's trying to do though. Oh, wait, maybe I do know what it's trying to do. Maybe I was trying to put my bots down a second time. Maybe this has always been broken. Let's go try that. Yeah, let's go try that. We go into quick test mode, we put down a bot, and then I think that bot should show up here. Yes, that's what's going wrong. So it's not putting the same bots down that it should have been able to. I know why that's happening too. Yeah, this has probably always been a bug. I don't think this is a very high priority bug. Yeah. How does that work? Should be with any new blueprint. It shouldn't even be that we need a script. So if we delete this, assuming I'm not mistaken here, we create a new blueprint. We call this something easily recognizable. Oh, I hit escape, not enter. Whoops. No, wait, what's going on? Why can't I name this thing 4 rocket emojis? What? Is this a different bug? Oops. Check that. I hit that. Weird. What is happening here? I know you can name them after emojis because I have one here. Maybe, well, a heart emoji definitely worked. So let's just try a single heart emoji. Okay, for some reason that's still fine. Let's try a single rocket emoji. That's fine. Is it that 4 make it bad for some reason? Okay, I could think of why that might happen. Because maybe it takes 4 characters to represent this underneath. And you can only have 15 characters total. So 3 rocket symbols would work. Yes, that's the problem. Yeah, multi-byte emojis. Okay, anyway, we got these. So now I'm gonna hit the start button and it should just delete them afterward, I'm guessing. Yes, and it showed the same error message. Also yes. Yeah, so that's a problem. Bug with new blueprints in quick test mode. So repro 1, enter quick test mode. 2, make a new blueprint. You can delete 1 if you don't have space. 3, place this bot a bunch of times. 4, commence test. 5, wait for it to finish. You can speed up the retest. Hey Stun, did I just get up? No, I had the same schedule as normal today, which is wake up at 7:40 a.m. Actually, today was 7:22. I got up before my alarm. And then start the stream at 8:40 a.m. But yeah, I've been a little bit more tired than normal lately. I don't feel like I'm as tired as I apparently was on Friday. And took a very long nap. Oh, I didn't do my hair? Oh, I haven't been gelling my hair because it's like extremely long for what it normally is for when I gel it. Oh, it doesn't look that bad, but yeah. I gotta get a haircut. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? So what's happening? Expected, no error message. Actual, this message in the console. So what's happening is that quick test mode remembers somewhere which blueprint you were trying to place and tries replacing those blueprints. But it must not know about ID mappings. So I assume this is also a problem with scripting somehow. Maybe if we just make a new script for an existing blueprint, then it won't get the new association back. So it will do figure it out repeatedly. Hey, narcissistic cat. haircut on the weekend. Had to walk 45 minutes since you crashed your car. Oh man. Trying to avoid possible crash into others due to a shift in heavy rain. Yeah, are you okay? Because the way I always look at this is, you can lose as many cars, as much money, as much, pretty much any material, but everything can start going wrong when you lose your health. I'm not saying that it's trivially easy to recover from any of those problems, but I think the health ones are the hardest to recover from. Yeah, so I know what's going on here. I don't know how I'm going to fix this right now, but I also don't think it's high enough priority to fix. Maybe I am your father, Pro Sam. Maybe I moved to America. I'm way older than I look. You good? Just bruising? Happened last Tuesday? Yeah. I think this stuff kind of sucks. One of the things I never really understood is, at least in the US, you're apparently required to have auto insurance, but then there are some people who don't, and when they get into an accident, there's no way for you to really recoup money. And so it's like, why, if they're required to have auto insurance, do they not have to pay for the accident after it happens? Even if they're at fault. Oh, not in New Hampshire? Wow, okay. Guessing there's a lot of people here doing the same thing. I think so, Narcissistic Cat. Yeah. So at least I determined that this is not a crazy issue that I should fix right now. I think this is a bug, but it's a bug people probably wouldn't even notice or care about too much. Although maybe this led to another bug that people do care about. Let me try something out. Yeah, let's go save a blueprint that has missiles on it. And we'll put this down and it should just fire missiles. Should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, good. Okay, so it's doing that. I don't care what happens now. So now we're going to refresh and we're going to try something out. We're going to go back into Edit Defense, Quick Test, and then edit a script. And we got to make a new one here. And we're going to make a new one that just moves left. So here's what I think is going to happen. I think these bots will properly move left. Only the first time I do this. Yeah, so they're moving left. And now I try another time. No, they're still moving left. Why would that not be an issue? This is working how it's supposed to. I just thought the same bug would affect this too. It doesn't for some reason. Oh, probably because of blueprint IDs. Okay, I think I understand this. Yeah. So I tested this with a new script on an existing blueprint and everything worked fine. I assume this is because we're only tracking the saved defender's blueprint IDs. Then the blueprints themselves point to the scripts. Okay. Alright. I don't think there's anything else to fix here. Okay, so let's go to other post-launch issues. What else do we have? Block Belgium from Steam. Steam finally got back to me. I'm not at all satisfied with this response from Steam, by the way. But you guys can read it on your own. I'm going to go look into what I have to do to fix this. So I got to call get user info from my server and make sure that their country code doesn't match Belgium. Okay, what is Belgium's country code? ISO 3166 1 alpha 2. 3166 1 alpha 2. Okay, yeah, where's Belgium? BE. So that's all I gotta check for? Okay. I should check against the country code BE. So US is probably US, I'm guessing. There's no way I'm gonna find this by searching for it like that. Let's just scroll down to US. Yeah, US is us, okay. So I can test against US for myself. Is it because of legal reasons? Yeah, it is. I blocked them everywhere else, but just not on Steam. And I still have to do that. Okay. Have a banned country codes. Yeah, I can do that. I don't think there's really any point in writing this to be super extensible, because what I'll probably do is just say like Belgium code equals BE, and then just if there's ever anything I need to add, I'll just modify it later. Because I don't think this will be very common. If anyone else passes laws to just blanket ban random chances from purchasable items, then I'll modify it there. So how do we do any of this though? This is going to be probably the last thing we can get to today. As I mentioned, Syntonic is coming over. We're going to get lunch together today. And I don't want him to have to wait for me to do this. Although he's a coder too, so you know, maybe he could just he could sit here and we could pair program this feature together. He can tell us stories about Belgium. He's not from Belgium. So there's something that we're calling these APIs to begin with. It's a bunch of Steam stuff. I don't remember where this happens though, because I wrote this, what, months ago? It's probably in this file, and there's probably something that checks a sandbox in here. Yes, get Steam URL to call. Okay. Put in the work. So how do we call into this? Get, and it is called get user info v2. So we're gonna say, oh, not here. We're gonna put it here. We're gonna say export. Can we even? How do we test this? Monetization test here. Does this test any Steam stuff? Like very basic stuff. Yeah, because there's a sandbox that they have. So I'll just do this. We'll say export async function. Actually, this doesn't need to be exported. Say like ensure user is not from banned country. Not in banned country. Now, what do we need to do this? We need a key and their Steam ID and an IP address. Do we have an IP address? Whoa, we do. So Steam ID, IP address. What's the deal with Belgium? Belgium has banned loot boxes, and Botland has loot boxes. So if anyone's curious about, wait a second, loot boxes, that's a swear word, isn't it? So check out the monetization doc. They're just cosmetic items, but they do have random chances to drop. So now we got to call into this API. And I wrote a specific way of calling into this stuff. How does this work? Oh, God. Alright, well, we'll just copy this whole function. It's pretty similar. And we'll write this and we'll test it. So ensure this is defined. I guess we also need the server here too then. Yeah. Alright, super agent, we need that. Use prod URL, sure. API name is going to be get user info and version is 2. So we're set for that. And it's got to be a get API, which we are done with now. Now as far as the query parameters, we need Steam ID. There. And we need IP address. Now I do not believe casing matters on any of this stuff. So then all this stuff is good. And now what do we get for response? Result of the operation. Good. Otherwise, we return their country. How will we do this? How will we do this? Hey, good. I don't want to do this. This is like the last thing I want to code for the game. It doesn't help anybody. It just protects me legally. I don't want to do it. So what are we doing here? We're gonna get an error if we get their code back, and then we're gonna check to see this, and we're gonna throw that code. You don't have response and request. Oh god. Okay, so I guess we'll do this. We should get params, should have country here. And Belgium ISO code equals BE. And if country is BE, then we throw an error. Do we have a mid server? We don't. I didn't know I couldn't do that. But I did know I couldn't do that, officer. Yeah, I know, Cryptic. It's gonna be like that for the next several months. I love Dave Chappelle. I think he's probably my favorite comedian. Okay, so we want to do one of these, and we want one that has a client code next to it. So I'll just search through this. Here we go. So when their country code is Belgium, we'll put this here, and we're going to say error purchases not allowed in country. Okay, log when caught false. Yeah, surely they would know. So when you try to make a purchase, but your country has laws to prevent it. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, now we gotta write an error message for this. Please move 100 miles east until you no longer get this error message. Alright, that's fair, right? So what should we really say? Your country, you cannot make this purchase from your country. This is likely due to legal reasons. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Yeah, you can't buy salvage packs in Belgium. I think that first message was fine. How many times did you have to move? I guess just once. Belgium isn't 100 miles wide. But what if there was another country? What's 100 miles to the east of Belgium? I don't know. I wonder if anyone can answer that off the top of their head in chat. World map. Probably someone in Belgium can. Alright. Where are we at? We're not doing this on stream. This is like doing math on stream. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Germany probably. Yeah, and Germany would be allowed. Yeah, but I don't know miles. Nobody can answer this question, because if you're in Europe, you know kilometers. If you're not in Europe, you don't know Europe. Okay. It's an unsolvable problem. So we got everything working here. We just need to capitalize the I in Steam ID, and then we need to return this code. I don't know. Let's try this out. Classic American education. At one point, I could have labeled all the countries in Europe. I also could have labeled all the states in the US. I don't think I can do either one right now. There's a quiz on a site called Sporkle where you just have to name all the 50 states. And even that's really tough. There's always like one or two. Just very forgettable states. I won't say what they are, but you know, if you live there. So ensure users are not banned needs to happen when you try to make the purchase. Where's that happen from? Call Steam query, call Steam finalize. I don't even think finalize should allow it, but we need their IP address. So this guy happened before this. Steam init transaction. Yeah. Do we have their IP address here? Because we need that. Yep, there it is. So we're going to call this first. And where do we do this? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do this first. So server Steam ID IP address. There. Do I have a list of what? Sorry, let me take a look at that. Oh yeah, I don't have them all listed somewhere, sorry. Yeah. So they can't make a purchase, then they can't watch the stream, so they won't be watching? Wait, what? They can't watch the stream? Why? Is there something... No, there shouldn't be a problem with that. So did I pass these in correctly? Yeah, we did. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this to the US for right now. We got to make sure to fix this. In fact, how about we just paste that a bunch of times so I don't forget it. And now we need to test this out locally. How do I do this? I need to start up Steam. Okay, hang on. Let me turn this off for a sec. Let me start up Steam. I don't know what's going to show. That's why I don't want to start this up while I'm showing my monitor. Connecting Steam account. Valve hardware survey. No thanks. Okay, good. I think we're fine. I think I can show this again. All right, so now we restart the account server and we go load up Botland from Steam and we try to get this to break. What happens if your game is in an idle state for days? What do you mean by that? Did you see what Valve did with France and loot boxes? No, what happened? You have it up and not playing. Nothing? Nothing happens? Yarn run def. Okay, what are we looking at here? That shouldn't have happened. That definitely shouldn't have happened. Hang on a second, something's wrong. That means that I'm pointing at a production version. I am pointing at a production version. Whoop. Hang on a sec. Okie dokie. Problem fixed. Yeah. So, let's take a look at that later, yeah. Oh wait, maybe I did hear about this. Yeah. Let me see if I remember it. What happened? What happened? What happened? Something about reselling items, right? Is that the news? Okay, how do we make a purchase? Oh, this doesn't cost real money. I don't want to spend real money. Real money purchases are disabled. We gotta go enable them. Let me do that really fast. There, done. Now I should be able to press this button. Yeah, so I'm gonna go try to buy a pack, and it's gonna tell me I can't. Internal server error. Uh-oh. Did it work though? Steam. Oh, okay. Hang on. Gotta fix this. I can't leak this on stream. Okay. Let's be very careful. Steam Web API publisher key equal to Hunter2. Okay, give me a sec. I think this will work. Alright, so now we go try this out again. This time we get order ID is not defined. That's weird. Why would that happen? Order ID is not defined. Where's it even coming from? You get a scanner to take a look at a loot box to know its content? The thing is, you can only use the scanner to scan another box if you open the previous one. Is that like a CSGO specific thing? Yeah, you see Belgium. Yeah, not good stuff though. Oh, it is, okay. It's not too bad. What's happening for Belgium? Belgium won't be able to buy salvage packs in Botland. Although I am not getting this to work for some reason. I guess we're gonna have to debug this. I can't know for sure what this is happening from though. Yeah, let me put a breakpoint here and let me try this out again. What did I do? Well, Robin, I didn't want to blame this on you, but it is your fault. So what you did is you helped get a law passed that will ban loot boxes in Belgium. Alright, let's try buying this again. Alright, so it's broken in on my other screen, but I don't want to show you guys this because there's a risk of me leaking some very private information. Oh, this is coming from... It says no message specified. So I'm getting the right client code. It's detecting that my country is the US, yeah. Then what happens? Then it throws the error, and then what? And then that's it. It's just an internal server error. It's totally not bad. Yeah, so it's just not responding with this for some reason. So a init transaction needs to have some way of returning a client code if one exists. And I'm guessing nothing does this. Probably nothing does this. So where does this get called from? Here. Send if skew error, otherwise send the error. What? That's fine. That's fine. Something going wrong. There's that custom assert. We'll throw. No. It'll throw from here. We don't have try catch around this stuff. We have try catch around this. Yeah, okay. I'm missing something. Let me put a breakpoint in this function. Why am I banning certain countries? Because Belgium doesn't allow loot boxes, and that is the only monetization point in Botland right now. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna get this to work. Okay, that's because I forgot to hit the start button on here. Whoops. Next is not being used. Shouldn't it be next.order ID? Let me take a look. And ensure country. Yeah, this. Next order ID. I don't see an issue here. I don't know. I'm hopefully gonna get to the bottom of this right now when I try pressing this button again. No, it is still saying the same thing. Yeah, order ID is not defined. What did I modify? You're probably correct about this. I don't know where I had put this though. I shouldn't even have order ID in this whole function. Oh my god. This just, I copy pasted an error message and I never modified the error message and I didn't even take to look at it. Yeah, it's gotta come from here. So error in this. This shouldn't even be in a try catch probably. Anyway, we'll say for Steam ID. There, perfect. Alright, so now if I just run the server and I don't do anything else and I try this, it should say that I'm banned. So I'm waiting for it to run. There it goes. Now I press the button and it says you cannot make this purchase from your country. This is likely due to legal reasons. Yeah. So now we change this back to Belgium and it shouldn't block me. Yeah. So now we try making the same purchase and it goes through. It says you don't have permission to access this on this server. That's weird. I go to this page from over here? Oops, sorry. Oh boy. I don't remember this at all. I don't know what's supposed to happen, but probably not that. That's okay. Should I hide the GUI for people in banned countries? I don't think I can do that. Maybe I can. Anyway, I'm not too concerned about this. And should you test it? This is not live yet. So no, please don't test it. You still have a next variable not being used somewhere. If you scroll down or go to the old file, I can tell you the line. Yeah, let me take a look through the code that I have here. So we can get rid of this one. We have a next variable. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, you're talking about this sort of thing? Oh, this is fine. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no problem, Sinu. What was I gonna do though? There was one last thing. Oh yeah, that's right. The logging. I need to set this back to the US for now, and I need to try it again. So we got to change this to US, and then I want to make sure it doesn't spam me with errors. So I gotta wait for this again. Can we refresh this? I don't know how to do that. Can I just say like window.reload? Is it not reload? Window dot. No, let's just close it. Window location reload, okay. So I'll log in, go to the store, hit buy, and then hit this button. And then does the account server spew an error out? It does. It says error, no message specified. Error. It must be this one. So if the error code is this, I don't care about it. Okay, let's do this. Let's say country equals null. And just move this. And put this check down here. And have no return. There, that should work. Yeah, that should work. So we're gonna try this again, and this time it should give me the same error on the client, but it shouldn't spew an error on the server. You cannot make purchases from your country. Good. Yep, nothing on the server. And now we're gonna restart that with Belgium, and we should be able to make a purchase. And the other thing I want to comment on is that this is this specific code. Yeah, and now we try making a purchase again, and it should work this time. Good. Now, as for this, I'm not really sure what's going on here. I don't know if this needs to be a sandbox URL as well. They mentioned this stuff somewhere. Sandbox interface, microtransaction sandbox. I don't know if it's for approved purchases. Like, why would I be seeing... Where did Botlink go? Here. Maybe I need to update the Steam client. Let me just choose restart. See what happens. Please close Botlink. Please close Botlink. I already did. There it goes. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, to be honest, but we'll try it out. Okay, so now we load up Botland again. Getting ads for other games. How dare they show me a non-Botland ad? Is it gonna work? If this is broken, I don't really think this is a big deal to fix right now. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this though. Don't have permission to access this on the server. I guess it's because the Steam app is trying to redirect. I wonder if this is broken in production. You know, no one has ever been able to make a Steam purchase since the first day, or maybe no one's tried making it. Let me take a look at what the revenue's been from Steam, because maybe this is broken in production. View sales and activation reports. Huh, yeah, total revenue is $4. Yeah, Matthias, you and I are the only two people who've ever made a Steam purchase, but I don't know if that means it's broken in production. Let me go try right now in the production version. You're only doing those on Steam, or you're opening up to browser? So it's everywhere right now, Tony. If you take a look at the FAQ, it mentions all the different payment platforms that there are, and there are 4 of them. Failed auto login due to a rare issue. Yeah, I know what that is. So we're gonna log in. Let me take this off screen. Take care, Jesse. I'm gonna try to make this purchase. No, it brought me to a page where I can authorize this. Okay, it's probably fine. So I think it's just in here. Okay. All right, then let's go check this in. Let's also run the test. So enable fast testing and go to the account server and yarn run test. Close out all these things. So what did we just change? Well, I never wrote a comment for this function. So server, your Steam ID, I think it's a string, and I think IP address is supposed to be a string. So ensures that your country hasn't banned the sale of loot boxes. Yeah, Flashy. So eventually, if we ever added non-loot box purchases, we need to not go through this API because you wouldn't be prevented from buying those. And we'll probably do that at some point. So let's read through all this code. And call in the get user info to get their country. And then down here, we check to see if their country is Belgium, and if so, we emit an error. Yeah, that's good. Then we call into this function when you try to initialize. It's good. Probably Silicon Valley. I mean, the whole point of that show is entertainment, right? With that said, guess what? I really do have a command for everything. If you want to know my opinion on Silicon Valley, there it is. I never got into that show. Don't ever doubt me, anyone who thinks I don't have a command for things. Okay, so block Steam purchases in Belgium. This is done by the account server. Yeah, actually a Belgium command would have probably helped for this. Okay, so we're done with that. I need to do a deploy today at some point, maybe while I'm writing that whole postmortem doc. Why would I watch a random episode? Because on an airplane, you can only watch like 2 or 3 episodes of any given show. And no, there isn't, Gremlin. I didn't want people typing all the different commands. That's what usually happens. I don't have a lunchtime. No, I have a lunch command, I think, but no lunchtime command. All right, I think that is pretty much it for today. I think this was a pretty good day too. We got a decent amount of stuff done. So now what I need to do is, so we'll say like Monday, we'll say deploy and then work on blog post or video. Maybe even a new video. And yeah, that's pretty good. And so before the deploy, we're gonna have to say merge master into my branch. Why even write it down? It's not gonna take very long to do. Let's just go do it. Git branch, it should be on the post launch one. Git pull origin master. This should merge in Hideo's branch to mine. Yes, good. Good. So we should just be able to deploy. And there's something I need to do before deploying, which I don't remember. Oh yeah, delete the $100 SKU. Yeah. Delete the $100 SKU as well. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go get lunch with Syntonic. Then I'm gonna go work on that blog post I talked about, or possibly a video. I'm not sure which one I want to do. And then I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. So no stream tomorrow. Next stream will be on Wednesday. If you would like to join Discord, here's the link. And we're gonna go raid Slowtree, who is streaming Botland. I have never seen him stream, but let's all go join and see what happens. So I will see you guys back on Wednesday. Let me type the raid command. There we go. Yep, take care everyone. Thanks again for watching. Bye.